rise from your graves. Hello. Hello. I am Mark Sherlock Holmes. I have lost my voice.
Oh, so you're putting on that voice?
I will sound a little deeper and a bit more sort of croaky than I normally do today. But hello there, friends. Welcome to High Rollers D&D.
Yeah.
It is time to play some Dungeons and Dragons with your favorite British idiots. That's us.
Idiots.
The hell?
I am joined, as always, by... We've got Rhiannon.
Hello.
We've got Trot. We've got Kim.
What's happening?
And on the other side, we've got Tom. And we've got Katie.
We got a chain smoker.
Oh, hey, guys.
Vacuums.
I just think they're neat. I just think they're neat.
Welcome, everybody. A couple of quick things to mention before we get back into it. A couple of quick things to talk about before we get into it. We're back. Thank you,
We're
Chris
so
Trott.
back.
We're so back. Thanks, Trott, for running Alien last week. If you want to watch that, you might be like, I can't find it on YouTube. It's on the live tab. Go to the live tab and you can watch the Alien game.
It's on the line.
Nice and organised.
Nice and organised, yeah. We like to keep it organised. So that the Altheya stuff is the main channel, and then if we do one-shots, they're always on the live tab. So go and make sure you check that out. It was a ton of fun. You guys had fun, didn't you?
We had fun.
So much fun.
We had fun.
All the
Didn't we?
Scrambled
fun.
it together.
Yeah.
Very much like a last minute, oh shit.
We went batshit crazy.
That is an unusual pilot. I've seen another pilot in that same setting.
Yep,
Very
did do
different
that. Very
personalities.
different.
Just goes to show, TTRPG is always different.
You can play the same adventure, and it
crazy.
just goes in different ways.
Especially if you put a re in your campaign, yes.
Yeah. The next thing, I just wanted to do a quick thank you to everybody who came to see me at MCM Comic Con yesterday and Friday. But I especially wanted to thank to Fairy and Thorn for inviting me to the panel on Saturday, which was really lovely, and to our good friends at Roll and Play Press who let me do a little impromptu meet and greet on their booth.
Nice.
They were just like, just have the table, do what you want. So big thanks to those guys, and thank you to everybody who came out to see me and say hi.
TY.
But then. Oh, this is the exciting one, guys. This is the exciting one. It's a little special announcement. In fact, I think we might have a little video to play. Let us play the video. Samuel, please.
You will purchase a great gift. Fate shall soon be in your hands. The clever toad shall dispel misfortune. Watch for the next Sunday. Buy today or tomorrow.
The Clever Toad Dice Set, available to buy now via Dispel Dice. Check the link in chat or the video description.
Okay, it's not, you can't buy it today. You can't buy it right now, actually. You can't actually buy it right now, but that's a teaser because next week, next Sunday, you can. So yeah, we have partnered up with the lovely folks at Dispel Dice.
Oh, they make gorgeous dice.
They make gorgeous dice. They've made us lovely sets. We're a big fan, and we've enjoyed a lovely relationship. And yeah, we're releasing the Clever Toad dice set next week.
Wow.
Kim is desperate to tell you all about it.
I was just gonna say we've got some on the table right now, Sam. If you want to cut to it, if we got them. They're here. I've been using them for the last few weeks.
Wow.
So they have little clever toads in them.
This guy right here.
Yay! There's
Cute
lots of-
boy.
lots
Loads
of
of
little-
There you go. Thank you, sir.
Perfect.
Loads of little toads all over the place. Get that arrow going all over the place, Sam.
Right now, Sam. Right now.
There it is. Wow. Look at all those toads.
Yeah, so the folks at Dispel Dice have made this lovely clever toad dice set for us.
We love
And you'll be able
Dispel
to
Dice.
buy it from them
Yeah.
and support us and them, and it's a lovely little set.
Look at those.
The link will go live next Sunday.
Next
so
Sunday,
tune into our
reminder.
stream next Sunday, and you will be able to purchase them.
Yes.
They are.
Oh, they're
lovely.
good. They're real good.
And just in
Look at
time for gifting season. Quite right, Rhiannon. Speaking of gifting season, next Sunday is also our first birthday for Altheya. That's right, it's been a year.
What?
1 year of Altheya.
Oh my God.
Roughly.
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 As close as we can get for a stream Sunday.
I'm not buying into that.
But yeah, it is. So it's going to be. So we're going to release the Clever Toad dice set with Dispel dice.
Hell
so
yeah.
check it out next week. You'll be able to do all the links and stuff. But we wanted to give you a little tease. Good job, Tommy, putting that little video together. It was a good fun one.
Thanks. I love Dispel dice. What can I say?
Yeah,
Tomorrow.
they're really lovely.
Very talented.
Very,
Mainly
very
because
lovely, talented humans.
nice.
This is my favourite dice in the entire world.
What do you mean, Tom?
This one.
The Clever Toad dice.
My
my
dice are Dispel dice.
Yeah.
All of my dice are Dispel dice.
All
as
of
well.
my dice are Dispel dice.
Dispel dice.
I'm Commander Truck.
I do it for my blue
I'm
set.
doing my part. I'm doing my part.
Actually, yeah, literally all of my dice
Yeah.
are Dispel dice.
Yeah,
The ones that I kill Ree with all the time are Dispel dice.
that's
I got told
nice.
off for buying mine, but I can't help it.
Yeah.
You did actually.
Dispel dice? No, Dispel dice.
I like to
can have
buy
that
them
one.
all the time.
So that is it for announcements. Unless there's anything else I've forgotten anybody wants to mention.
No.
No.
You're a really good DM, Mark, and I can't wait for this episode.
Thank
I'm going to get some bonus points, I reckon.
Bonus.
But yeah, boner points. More like.
It's Halloween.
Tom beat me to it.
Sorry.
With that, let us run the
my
intro
speech.
and do the recap.
I want a dice tray.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome back to Altheya, the Dragon Empire. Our heroes have set off into an area called the Ash Hills, searching for a missing knight who went to recover a lost magic shield for Lady Emberissa, the Red Dragon Noble of Northvale. They travelled to the ruin of the Ashen Citadel, where they uncovered a suspicious group calling themselves the Reclaimers, who had taken some unusual prisoners. The PCs infiltrated the camp and freed the prisoners, defeating the Reclaimers and discovering their connection to the magical metal called Crown Steel. A disc of the dangerous metal was recovered stealthily by Gruffith of Tremoro from their leader, whilst Ophelia went below the ruins and recovered some potions, but also accidentally set off a trap that destroyed notes and a map in the process. Speaking with the prisoners, a goblin woman named Penelope and a sentient plant being called Boranth, they learned that they were aides of Lady Verithera, a green dragon who had come to the hills to try and heal the land of a blight that was spreading throughout it. After speaking with Penelope and Boranth, the party explored one more room below the ruins, solving a puzzle that led to a hidden treasure room full of riches and an unusual coat. And that's what we're going to pick up again this week. As a reminder, after you had solved the puzzle with the murals and the dragon heads and the shields, you opened up a secret door that was built into one of these murals, and inside you found a small, well-preserved treasury. There was a gilded chest, which I don't believe has been looked in fully yet. There was a ornate painting in a gilded frame.
Guess what's about to get cracked open.
Oh, right, I see.
Yeah.
There was an ornate, very valuable-looking painting in a gilded frame, 2 obsidian statues of dragons with ruby knight riders, like ruby carved riders, and then on a very well-made display mannequin is this beautiful blue, long military-style coat covered in medals and like little charms and like dangling little connections with little, symbols or icons on them. Very, very unusual looking, but very beautiful, very well made. And that is what you find in the treasury room.
Num 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 num. Like Kirby, I devour it all.
What does that mean?
I want it all.
Okay.
Yum yum yum.
So the painting and the statues are significant of size, that they're not just going to go in pockets, right? You will either have to physically carry them, or they're going to have to go somewhere.
I was just hoping
the chest is also large enough that it is like it's going to physically have to be carried around.
Back to the original sin, we just take a paint off the wall.
It just
No.
flips in the air.
There is no hammer space. You do not own a bag of holding.
Damn it.
Before
then
you
there's-
check the chest, check for traps, because the last one exploded on me.
That's true.
They didn't send Daisy down there, by the way. It was just Ophelia running around.
I had a nom-noms, I had a snacky snack.
Yeah, there's a very dead man down here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just outside the door.
Is it just Xanthias and
he a
Ophelia
bad
down
man?
and Gruff?
No, all
No,
of
we're
us
all
are
here.
down here because we were
all end
solving
up-
the puzzle.
Because I was doing like a harmonization with the land and learned about.
We did all that.
Yeah,
And then
you
we
came
went
down.
down.
Okay.
And we did.
And let's just say, for the sake of it, you're all in this room.
For everything that we did, we also had Daisy check the actual
Oh, that's right.
mechanisms for traps.
I rolled terribly. So every time it was like, is this thing okay? I'd be like, oh, that was a 2. I'd be like, yeah, that's fine. But it did turn out to be fine.
Yeah.
You're right, Ophelia. We should just be extra careful.
Okay,
Things
so-
explode.
Yeah, the trap that you opened before,
Yes.
the one that you tripped before,
Yes.
was that a mechanical trap or a magical trap? Do you happen to know?
There was a device, I believe, that when I opened it, it went ting ting poof.
Okay, well, maybe, Daisy, if you want to just check that chest first, although we are behind the thing now, but maybe just check that for any kinds of traps.
Oh, yes.
I can
yes,
try
Fate
it.
Crucible.
I can try
Before
out
we roll.
this goggle thing.
Whoa.
Okay,
I'm full of noises today, I do apologise.
Tell me of your results.
4.
That is 4. Believe it is a dice for you.
a 3.
A dice for me.
5.
A dice for you. 4. A dice for you.
Oh no.
A dice for me.
3 to 2.
And the
Huh?
dice.
A 4. A dice for you guys.
4 to 2.
Oh, very nice.
Fate is
Love
in
it.
favor. Remember, you can add them to ability checks, saving throws, attack rolls, or if you would like to make devil bargains and
Yeah.
such and things that you may wish as well.
All fancy times.
Yeah.
Well, I've got the gold slate eye as well, which fell out of Ophelia's pockets a few days ago.
The magical monocle
Got
sort of
forgotten
multi
about for how many episodes?
artificer's
Quite a while.
style eyeglass.
Yeah,
Half a year.
and I could try that one out. I could do a detect magic through that, which is at will.
Has a number
would
of
it be like
charges.
Sorry? Was that a will joke? You're better than this.
I'm not. I'm so not.
Yeah, there's 3 charges, and I can spend a charge to do detect magic with that one.
Do you do that? You phrased it as I can do that.
Sorry, if there was a slight upward trend in my speech there.
No, you
indicating a
actively
question.
said I can spend a charge to do
Oh,
that.
right,
didn't say
okay.
that
You didn't say that you did do it.
Oh no, this is just,
Yeah.
people on edge.
Yeah,
What could I
okay.
do next?
What are you going to
It's
do?
crazy!
where can I go? Anyway,
Sorry. I'm sorry.
oh, you're probably all ready for what I'm going to do
on
now.
one today.
I'm going to use detect magic on my gold sight.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
You spend a charge from the item. 2 charges left, and yeah, you watch as because it's like a monocle, like a brass monocle that has all these different like lenses and things like that. And as you sort of adjust it and tighten some various little dials and things like that.
1 or 2?
2. 1 or 2. But as you flip through the lenses, yeah, there is this sudden field of sort of ambient magic that is always present in the world, because magic is a sort of sentient part of the world. But you see that coat is very clearly imbued with it would be imbued with conjuration and transmutation magic.
It's a fridge.
But yeah, very quite potently enchanted. The chest does not seem to have any sort of magic on it, neither do the statues or the painting.
The magical traps.
Okay, Daisy, any luck with... Sorry, this thing is weird. I'm still
What
getting
kind
used
of
to
a
it.
check would you like?
So what are you doing? What was the how does Daisy actively search for these traps? What does that look like? What sort of
I guess,
things do
can
you do?
I check the other chest that, like, the device on the other chest that Ophelia opened?
That's in a different room. You could go back in there and have
Can
a
I
look
just
at that.
have a
as well.
look at that and then take that knowledge and look for that trap on this?
So, give me an investigate check, just see if you can break down, because the trap did go off and it destroyed the mechanism.
Just so you all know, my investigation is +0, so, you know.
Yeah.
Do you think I'm
ready for this. You can use fate if you... No.
You also have your psi bolstered knack as well, which you can use, or your radiant knack.
What?
Your who?
I don't have...
That's new.
It's a thing.
It's a
my
thing from the
class.
subclass.
Knack.
Yep.
As in you have the knack to do something.
Yeah. K-N-A.
Like the PS3 game.
K-N-A-C-K.
Now I'm with you.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
I thought you didn't say the N. I thought you said cack.
You know,
That's something quite
K-A-C-K.
different.
Like cackard.
So I think you can do it when you fail a
I
check.
can
You
do.
roll it, and if you still fail, you don't spend it.
No.
You've got the knack.
But you don't have to. You can just let the die roll.
Because knackered is after. Never mind.
I think Trot's having a moment here.
I think he's having
He went on a
sort of
tangent.
breakdown.
Knackered comes from.
Tired.
Yeah, specific. No, wait, that's buggered.
Yeah.
What
is happening?
It's a skill that I, have
don't know.
proficiency
Oh,
And I don't
there
have
you go. You
proficiency.
don't have proficiency in it. There you go.
That's why I was
Bam, bam,
checking.
bam.
So
Nice.
no, you get a
great,
7.
Great move. 7. You can't. The only thing I would say is that there was some sort of mechanism that deployed some sort of like burnable alchemist fire type material, and it looked like something was triggered and it activated some sort of like alchemical component. That's as much as you can figure out.
I'm gonna give you a solid I don't know, friends.
Okay.
And I'm gonna step real far back from
Shall
the
I
chest.
just give it? Shall I just give it a little pry? A little.
Maybe open it slowly, and if
Slowly,
you can
okay.
feel some resistance, then stop.
Okay.
What if it's just really rusted?
Well, it could just be really rusted. It's very old.
Then I can just get really mad and then.
Yeah, maybe if you open it really fast, it will bypass the trap entirely.
I don't think that'll happen. I think it'll definitely explode in your face.
Well, if you open it faster than the speed of light.
What's that?
Anyway.
Okay, well, I'll just
fast is that?
open it a crack. A wee crack. I'll open it a little bit.
Okay, you try to open it. It doesn't budge. This is a gilded like chest. It has a keyhole for a key. It looks like it is locked. You try and open it.
Ah, the keyhole.
This has.
I feel like we've seen that one.
I see.
This is rather embarrassing, isn't it?
It's right there.
So you didn't ask me if it was like locked or anything.
Oh, wow, that's a big keyhole.
It's not like a Zelda chest. They're trying do. But like looking at it, there is clearly a small hole that
Now,
looks
upon
like it.
further inspection, that's locked.
So the chest itself is gilded. So it is like a wooden
Your
chest.
professional assessment.
But it has like metal bracketing and casing. It's all been like covered in like gold filigree and stuff like that. But it is like you do look like you could probably break or smash the chest open if you
Does
wanted
it have
to.
any what's the word? Heraldry on it, or like?
There is like symbols. Yeah, there's like symbols on it. There's the symbol of North Vale. So like the Duke Ignarius's crest.
Oh, cool.
Does the robe have any pockets?
Oh, the robe, yeah. It's not a robe, sorry, it's a coat.
coat.
So it's like a big, long military
I'm
coat,
gonna
a bit
rifle
like
through the pockets.
like Kaladin's blue.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying
like
that.
the long one. And so it does have pockets on the outside, and it looks like it has inside pockets.
I'm
and
gonna have a
stuff
little
as well.
rummage.
What color is it?
Blue.
Literally like
It's like a dark blue. It's like a dark grey blue.
royal blue.
No, a bit more sort of darker and greyer in tone. So more like a
Depressed.
periwinkle.
Periwinkle.
Of course.
Right, I'm there. Yeah.
Right, okay.
This
No,
looks like
I don't even know what periwinkle looks like.
Yeah, the color swatch.
I have to Google this now because otherwise it's going to be in my brain for the rest of
But no, it's like a darker kind of.
Periwinkle, which is very bright.
Okay, it's not that then.
Phthalo blue or whatever Citadel paint.
Oh, it'd be the Fang, which is
there
the
you go.
Citadel color.
A lot more people on board with that.
Yeah,
Right, yeah, okay.
yeah. So it's like a darker grey blue. And yeah, you reach into the pockets.
Yeah.
And yeah, Rowan, you find a small little gold key in the pocket.
Kind of blue.
There you go. That's literally it.
For podcast
fang
listeners,
blue.
that shit blue.
It's a grey blue.
It's that kind of blue.
But like
Everybody.
less saturated blue. I have
Nice.
teeth.
Key.
There's a key in the.
Oh, that happened in between us looking
Is
for
there a
colours.
key?
Sorry.
There's a key.
There's a key.
Okay, try
It
it.
looks like. Can I?
Yeah, go for it.
Like daintily.
Yep. Opens. Seems to open the chest.
What's in there? Open it up.
Careful.
Da 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 da.
My huge hands encompass this chest. Okay.
Yeah, the chest opens. There's no tramp. The chest opens.
Does it speak?
It doesn't speak. Looking inside, this chest it's full of coins of mostly silver and gold, but the coins, not that many. You don't think it's like, this isn't like a heavy laden chest that's kind of spread, but these are old looking coins. Like these are like 300-400-year-old coins, which that would increase their value in of itself because they would be something of like a little, historical item as well. You guys, I don't think any of you. No, I would say Xanthius, because you come from. Well, no, because you didn't grow up in your family. So actually, I don't think any of you would really have a clue how much this would be worth. There's maybe like 200 gold's worth of coins there.
Can I do a shot in the dark history check?
Yeah, you can make a history check. Absolutely. Yeah, anybody can make a history check. Actually.
21.
21. Great. So even though, Rowan, you're not familiar with like mintage and coinage and things like that, you're able to like estimate that if these are the age you think they are probably worth like 4 times as much money because they're old antique coins. You might need to go find a specialist buyer or like an antiques dealer or something like that. But there's potentially the coins in here are actually worth about 800 gold rather than 200 gold.
There was someone in my old village that used to collect old coins like these. And
Really?
He used to tell me that the older they are, the more they grow in value. And he showed me one, and it looked kind of like, not this one exactly, but 4 times.
Well, looking at it closer,
The value of a
the thing
coin.
you would notice is because you've been traveling through Cauldron, you've been dealing with coin recently and things like that. Most of the coins that you've been dealing with in Cauldron of late have they're emblazoned with the symbol and the image of Princess Infernia, who's the current archdragon, the red archdragon. These coins that you're holding have a different red archdragon on them. They actually have her father, who was the previous archdragon.
Oh,
so
wow.
so that's what kind of makes them clearly older and more valuable because they're minted from a different.
You see that?
archdragon.
I
It's
did.
the old archdragon
Is
of
it?
Cauldron.
They're kind of. I mean, they're pretty good
recognise the
quality
coin.
coins. Yeah.
I'm a bit of an archaeologist.
I see.
Oh, that's right. You do have the archaeologist background. I forgot that. Sorry, I would have just given you that for a check without checking.
So you recognise that red dragon, but not your own dragon.
Did he just eat a coin?
That's how we investigate, sir.
What did you say?
You recognise
it.
that old archdragon,
Yes.
but not your own dragon from your own province.
Wow, you really didn't forget that, did you?
Maybe
No,
it's
I
to do
locked
with
in on
my
that one.
Troubled and mysterious past.
Oh, okay. All right.
But yeah, so examining these,
You're saying they're like 4 times worth their current
what
value.
a gold coin would usually be, or a silver coin, we got both here. This would be 4 times that
Well, there's
amount.
hundreds in here. We're going to have to try and get this out of here and onto the wagon.
Yes.
Are we able to get... well, actually, is Percy able to help?
If we ask him
yeah,
to.
but he can carry stuff. Yeah, he's not super duper strong, but
could take the whole chest.
travel stuff.
Paintings as well might be worth.
Ophelia, I was going to say, with the paintings and the statues are made. This is a bit more like you come from a land of high art and culture, and the countess's manor is full of beautiful paintings and beautiful, especially jewelry and things like that. And you've got training in jewelry and things like that. You estimate that the 2 obsidian statues with the ruby knight riders are probably worth about 150 gold each. But they are quite big. They'll need to be carried. And then the painting is difficult to say. Again, it's one of those things of it is a beautiful piece. It's in a gilded gold leaf frame. It could be worth anywhere from like 100 gold to like 300-400 gold, depending on the buyer.
Is there an identifiable signature on the paintings?
Not on the bit that you can see. No.
It says ZZZ on the back of it.
You flip it over.
Worthless.
It's so
It's a
prolific.
big penis.
I mean, I wouldn't mind these in my living quarters when the inn is all done up.
They are beautifully black and red.
Did you think they're fitting?
They're quite Ophelia, yeah.
Suit your aesthetic, yes.
Thank you.
I mean,
I'm sure.
how heavy are the statues things? I'm just wary of the space in the wagon that we have already.
Oh, be fine. They'll be fine.
We can find
Yeah, if you put them in the wagon, they'll be all right. Yeah.
Okay.
Hot Rod will carry them.
Yeah,
He's
they're,
strong.
yeah.
they're probably worth 150 gold each for the statues.
150. So wait, 150. There's 2 of those.
Yes, and the
And the
painting's probably
800-ish.
1 to 300. The paintmanship, the skill here on display is quite good.
So the
nice.
2 paintings are worth what? 150 each, you say?
Oh,
One painting.
One painting. Okay.
it could be about A couple hundred, or 300-400 gold, perhaps.
So we're looking at about 1,000 of all the stuff here.
Yes.
Yes.
Roughly.
What about the chest itself?
Probably could be sold for some money. Not much.
Nicely gilded chest, probably from the same time period.
Okay.
Maybe.
Well, we're going to need to ferry all this back to the wagon. I haven't heard Percy clattering those pans, so that should be safe.
I need a hiking pack of sorts.
What, to carry all this stuff?
I've only got my little satchel. I can carry stuff in my arms, though.
Yeah? I mean, we can fill up the chest with as much as we can, then take
I
it there.
can make
Why
you
don't we
into
just-
a bowl.
What?
And then we carry you and pile all the stuff on your belly.
How is that going to help?
Just create a surface area with which
Sure, you could do.
you.
Yes, Daisy. Why don't we just drive the wagon over here and then load it up?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was going to be my suggestion.
Oh, yeah.
Make more sense.
That makes-
Well, what about Penelope and Baranth?
What about them?
We should go check if they're all right.
Yeah?
Kind of just left them up there.
We need to take them to the wagon as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Who wants this coat?
That's a point. Magical. I looked at it.
Oh, wow. It did feel nice when I rummaged.
Yeah, a type of magic that I've already forgotten. So,
Conjuration
conjuration, that's what I said at the time.
Transformation.
and transformation.
And transformation, that's right.
You hear that in your
Mutation,
head.
sorry.
Your
Sorry.
inner voice is
It's
wrong.
almost like you have something to identify what magic objects are.
I did.
Completely. No, but you,
Oh.
you could tell what they did.
Well, yes.
Completely.
You
Well, I'm
can
saying-
detect magic and also.
But you can also
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
identify.
I'm just saying, if it is magic, we're taking this as well, this coat. Does anyone want
I
it?
look at it and see its sizings.
It is clearly built for, I would say, a close to 6 foot frame, broad-shouldered, not necessarily gendered in any way, but just a broader sort of maybe more athletic or military figure. But magic, I don't know, might be able to be resized.
Well, we could. A coat is easy to fold up and put somewhere.
Oh, blue isn't my colour, so I'll pass on the coat.
It doesn't look like it has a hole for my tail.
Could make one.
We can make one.
Would
How
that
hard
ruin
can
the
that be?
magic?
It does have like a split up the back, so it's like a long coat, so
Okay.
like a trench coat.
Well, give it to me, I'll carry it and identify it on the
You
way.
want to be a bowl?
No,
Okay.
I'll just take the coat and whatever else we can. Let's all just carry the stuff
I'll
up.
hold the statues.
Okay.
I'll hold big things.
I'll take
and
the
maybe the
painting.
chest.
You take the painting.
Oh, yes, I've got the painting.
I'll go get Rotary
Yes.
and Percival.
I'll do
Okay.
nothing.
Maybe Penelope and Baranth.
Oh, okay. I'll go be friendly.
Yes.
On the way
That
up, I
seems
would
helpful.
identify the coat with the gold side eye.
Xanthias.
Hello.
You identify this coat as a coat of useful items. Whilst wearing this coat, you can use an action to remove a charm, causing it to become the object it represents. Once the last charm is removed, it becomes an ordinary but very well-made, nice coat. It will also resize itself to whomever is wearing it.
Ooh.
The coat has the following charms: 2 daggers, 2 bullseye lanterns, 2 mirrors, 2 10-foot poles, 2 50-foot ropes, 2 sacks, a 24-foot ladder, a bag of 100 gold coins, an iron door that will shape itself to an opening 10 foot wide, 10 foot high, which can be barred on a side of your choice, 2 dogs, a portable ram,
Dogs in there?
a scroll of fly, 10 gemstones worth 100 gold each, a riding drake with saddlebags, a 10-foot cube pit which can be placed on the ground within 10 feet of you, an artificial eye with a cat-like pupil, and an orb of gonging, which is another common magic item.
So wait,
which is basically like an egg timer that sets off a loud gong.
This is like a one-time use.
Once you pull it off, it becomes that thing, and that's it. It's that thing forever. You can't make it a charm again. It's like, once you make that dog,
you make
that dog is a real dog.
Oh, it's not just for Christmas.
Dogs!
It's for life.
I trip over
And a
something.
drake.
Can I pet that now?
A flying drake.
It's not a flight. No, Drake is the
It's a
horse
flying-
equivalent.
Okay.
Yes. It's basically a horse.
While climbing up the stairs, I trip
Well, no,
over.
you have a
Instant
Rodri,
chaos.
Rodri, Katie, for your reference, Rodri's not a Drake. He's just a thunderbird. He's a very different thing.
He's a
It's
thunderbird.
like having an ox versus having like a racing horse. A Drake is like a really you know proper mount like somebody else had.
Rowan slaps roof of jacket. This bad boy can fit so many useful items in it.
Does it have a bowl?
Has sacks.
Okay, it has a lot of useful items, but not every useful item. Not a bowl.
What do you mean?
But you can only use for one of those things.
There's so much stuff in
Once
here.
you pull it off. You pull off the little charm, so it has so this coat, it almost has like rows of medals, and then on the cuffs it has like charm bracelets like woven
Right,
into
so you
it.
take them off
You
one at a
pull a
time.
charm off
This is the
as an
best coat
action,
ever.
and it makes that thing.
We need the dogs immediately.
Release the house.
We don't know if they
dog.
are tame dogs.
So they're all tick marks. So once you've used it, you can mark the tick box.
I just like Adrian.
It is available on. You
dog.
can find it on D&D Beyond as a robe of useful items, but this is
Okay.
reflavoured to be a coat of useful items.
I want
That is
some
incredible.
What kind of dog?
What, I guess.
Oh my god, can we choose?
I mean, I'm just looking at the
Maybe,
charm.
maybe
I mean,
not.
It's just kind of a dog.
So the charm, it has like a sort of mastiff-looking sort of like guard dog, kind of like a. But who knows? That might just be a generic dog.
A
symbol.
bloodhound.
It could be, maybe, I don't know.
So we pull off the charm,
yes,
and then it manifests.
it becomes
So if we think of the dog we want,
possibly,
maybe that'll
possibly.
influence
I mean, yeah, there's so much stuff in here.
the potential.
The
You
dog
want it?
potential.
I just want the doggies.
Want the coat?
Who wants it? You want the coat?
I want the result of the coat.
Yes.
I don't want the coat. I just.
with this.
I want to see the dogs manifest.
Oh, I don't like the idea of mischief.
What?
I don't like the idea of mischief.
Fun mischief.
There's a 24-foot ladder in here.
That's useful.
There's a portable ram
There's a pit.
and a door which you can just go to,
Oh,
like
that's
an
what this
opening
charm
that doesn't
is.
have a door, and go door, and it just attaches and
That's so
becomes a door.
useful.
What if we, could we
But remember, once it's attached, you can't take it back. Like that door is
but-
in that thing forever.
can we make the pit and put the door over the pit?
Yes.
And then they open the door
Then
in
we have a
the pit.
10-foot door pit.
Which we do.
In
We
the,
can put people in the pit.
we have a pit room in the Enticing Devil,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where all the drunk people go.
and then 2 dogs in there.
Yeah. But yeah,
Okay.
and we could put. I could put people in there, and then I could eat them.
Right, we're not.
I don't
no,
think
okay,
Ophelia
no.
should have it.
I don't think Ophelia
I'm
should have it.
overruling that. No.
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 I'm scared of what you'll do with a pit.
There's so much potential for a pit.
There's so much potential for a pit,
There
but
is. My parents used to have a pit.
did they?
Yes.
Well, you're not
On
getting
farm, there
you're
was
not
a
getting the
pit.
coat. Sorry to say. That's overruled right now.
They said that's where the pigs live.
Well, hold on.
What?
This party's a democracy manifest. We can't have a leader.
Rest in peace.
You're just telling Ophelia she can't have a coat.
Well, no, I'm just saying I don't want Ophelia to use a pit to lure.
To be
I
fair,
never
don't.
said lure.
Yeah.
You're misconstruing my words, young man.
What's the point of the door then?
So you can shut the pit.
Okay, all right, well, okay, fine.
Hide the pit.
It gets noisy. My parents said
I believe that's called a jail.
Oh, maybe.
With a difficult entrance.
Yes.
Okay, well, anyway, that's what this is,
That's amazing.
which is
Best thing
wild.
I've ever
That's
heard.
a lot of stuff. That's
We've got to be careful not plucking off the charms by accident.
Yes.
yeah.
Are they quite firmly on there?
Yeah. You have to very, very intentionally pull them off. And it's only the person who's wearing the coat that can actually like make it become a thing. Somebody can't come up and
So
just
you
be
need
like
to
yank them off.
attune to it, is what you're saying.
I can't remember if it needs attunement. I will check.
Cool.
Okay,
Well, I am
Well-
easy with whoever would like a coat.
whoever wants it is going in the wagon. I am okay not to have it.
I've
Because I
got a
will
big
just make a
scarf.
mess.
Sounds like
frankly.
Daisy wants it. You don't need to attune to it.
That's nuts.
Gruff, do you want it? Or otherwise,
To be fair,
Daisy's
it's
happy.
just like a bunch of stuff. It's not the most powerful.
Have you
like
met
a bunch of
us?
stuff.
We like
It'll be
shiny
fun.
things.
Yeah, but it'll be fun.
It doesn't affect
I'll
your
put it in.
encumbrance
Rolled
or
it
anything.
randomly.
They're ready to go. It's just
A couple dogs in the back pocket.
It is.
Does the enchantment change the color of the coat to the person's preference?
Fake dice, devil's bargain.
I will spend a dice on that.
Sure.
I want it to match my outfit.
I will spend a fate dice, and a new addition to the enchantment is that it will alter its color. It doesn't alter its style or design, but it will alter its color.
God damn it, we're gonna have
Only
to-
once. It's not like a color change. You can't be like, I'll make
just
it black
once.
now, I'll make it white now. Nope, it's a one-time thing. When you first put it on, it will resize to you, and you can change its hue.
It's black now.
Black coat. All right, nice, tall.
Very nice.
Very elegant, very sort of militaristic.
I like it in black. It's a good choice.
With like orange, like burnt
Piping.
orange fringing
Ombre.
and
Lovely.
stuff. Yeah.
Good choice.
Piping
It's
is
burning.
they call it.
It's burnt.
No.
It's gone all black.
It's very.
Take it off.
No.
The chest
No.
exploded.
There you go. So there you go, Daisy. You now have the coat of useful items.
Don't use it to
No.
Double dog.
One action. Pull off a charm. Do what you want.
Dog, Drake.
Just remember, they don't become charms again. They are just they exist then.
What did you make?
And if you create a sentient being, you are responsible
You're gonna
for
turn
it.
around, and Daisy's gonna be sitting on the Drake saddle with a dog either side. There's a
is
ladder
like,
propped up over there. There's a pit on the ground.
It's like Moon Knight, the useless bullshit. Go.
If you take all the animals and you put them in your hands, right, and then you throw the thing.
No, you can only-
make like a
you
chimera
can't do it.
or
One at a
a
time.
thing. Oh.
You can't do a bunch and hold them and be like,
you do that and it just comes out.
it's like the thing.
What if we smelted
What have I
the
done?
charms together?
Once you pull them off, they become an object.
What if we kept them attached, smelted the bracelet down to a...
Maybe you can
That
try.
might lose its magic.
Yeah. We just have a ladder with a long rope on it.
Or just like a horrible, disgusting pit dog.
Yeah.
A flesh ladder that follows.
Just remember, young lady,
Edward.
a dog is for life, not just for wintertide.
I know. That's why I'm saving it till we're back at the enticing devil to have the dog there.
Kyrie's rest.
What the dog do?
What the dog doing?
Okay.
Can I pet that dog?
Well, there you go.
But yes, just don't be frivolent with it.
I'll be very
Is that a word?
responsible.
No.
Frivolous.
Thank you, my brain just short-circuited.
So yeah, the rest of you, as this is all happening, because you identify the coat, you bring all the objects up. You go and fetch Rodri. Percival is happily there, holding the pots and pans.
Sorry,
No need to make a
couldn't
noise
find a
yet.
thing.
Good job, Percival.
Brings it all back. Yeah, Penelope. So when you go back up to the ruins, Penelope is just sort of sorting out her things, but she's also watering Barenth. So she's conjuring water and sort of like out of the air, and it's sort of sprinkling on him, and he's sort of dousing himself in water.
Oh, yeah, baby, yeah!
It's not what he says.
It's always a plant, that's how I...
Yep.
I'm so dry!
Oh, Percival, I have something for you before I forget. I found this chainmail.
Puts the pots and pans down.
Thank you.
Takes the chainmail.
Would you like to put it on, Percival? For you.
Are you... Okay, you've asked him if he wants to put it on.
Can I put it on you, Percival?
It just stands there waiting to be, it just puts the chainmail on if that's what you command Percival to do.
What kind of a noise does Percival now make with the bones rattling and the chainmail
Well, his
together?
bones didn't really rattle much before, but yeah, like it's chainmail,
No,
so he has
chainmail's rattling
disadvantage on stealth. So he puts the chainmail on,
It's just
puts it like his robes over it. He is now armored. He now has an AC of 16.
Very fetching. He has a higher AC than I do.
and
it's
half
higher
the
AC
party.
than everyone. I think.
Half the
He is the
freaking party.
strongest boy among us.
Does he have a sword? He does, right?
He does have a sword, yes.
A short sword.
Yeah.
The true hero of the party.
He's going to
Stands
outlive us
there now.
all.
Well, it's right. He should be protected, Percival. You are very dear to me.
Just stands there. He's
Look him go.
He's a good boy.
He is.
He is a real go-getter.
He was once alive.
He's still is
That
alive.
is a point. So to put the chainmail on, Percival has to take his robe off. Baranth is immediately like an undead being, and like pulls the bow.
No!
And like you see Penelope just like like freaks
No,
out.
wait, no, don't worry.
It's fine.
Good guy.
He's
This one's us.
He's with us. He's very precious. Do not.
He's our alarm system.
With all that is within me, if you touch him, I will end you.
It is a being of unlife.
It's
Dangerous territory.
It's a different form of life. It's not unlife. It's just life adjacent.
Have you heard of Osseous? They have very different culture there with regards to dead things. I'm still trying to get on board with it myself.
Death is part of the cycle. This entity should not be here, but it is your choice, your affair.
Thank you.
If it means no harm, I will not take action.
He will not hurt you unless I command it, which I won't. But he is under my command.
Very well.
Well, here's Rodri.
Yes.
Big good boy.
Penelope's eyes go really big and wide when she sees Rodri. Like, oh, just sort of like
I know.
looks up at him, like kind of
You
chops
should
over.
watch him eat. It's amazing. So feel free to get on board and we can make our way deeper into the Ashen Hills.
I'm just trying to make sure that I don't slip into Australian when I do Penelope.
A little bit New York.
Yeah. Yeah, she was quite a little New York kind of goblin. Yeah, that's right. Hello. You pull Rodri over. You begin loading up with all the treasures and things you have. Penelope will say, what do you want to do now? Where should we go? What's the plan?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, we've got the map, kind of, giving us directions of where to go. A little bit burnt up,
It points in a few
mean-
directions, but most of it was destroyed. Like,
Yeah.
that map is
vague-
not going to give you any help in trying to navigate or find anything.
I have a
It
vague-
hints that there is some sort of pathway or system or something, but
but they were all kind of connecting into a burnt-off part of the map, but they were all to the southeast.
yes,
right?
that was all you could pick up on. But that's still a very large area.
Yeah, but still, that's a direction, southeast.
When I connected with the ground
Yeah.
and I felt the corruption
Okay.
and its tendrils spreading out.
Sure.
There was a more recent event where there was a good energy that was swallowed by corruption and taken that away. I can only give you this rough direction, but I believe that's the knight we're looking for.
Do you know who the good energy was?
I believe that's the knight we're looking for.
Okay.
Or could it also be Lady Verathera?
Maybe. Probably.
Because she was taken by the other cultists, wasn't she?
That's right, yeah, they made a deal. They took her away. They said that
Probably
she was the second vessel or something like that. I can't remember.
How
It was a couple of days ago now.
abstract are those visions you have when you commune with the earth?
Yeah, it really depends on the earth and how much it wants to tell me.
Okay, I'm just wondering if the swallowing by corruption is just taken by reclaimers.
I believe that's what I
Okay.
got that sense from it.
Okay, so is that followable?
That way.
Ish.
I mean, yeah. You're not
maybe
going to
we
probably
can-
get much, once you leave this area, you're not going to be able to do it again and get like another ping on the map or anything like that.
Got a rough direction.
Okay. Well, we were
Better than
heading
nothing.
pretty much that direction anyway. That's where the Ash Hills are. So maybe we'll be able to pick up some more clues as we go.
Just have to do the usual scouting
Yeah,
as we do.
which we're really good at, right?
Just been a bit unfortunate.
Penelope will also
Why do you
mention.
look at me?
Penelope will,
Now,
You want a dog?
is there a map in there?
No.
Penelope will also mention. You did also mention. We said that we met with the miners who first met with the knight that you mentioned. We said that you maybe wanted to go to their camp. We could take you there, but
What direction is that?
well, I mean, it's in that direction as well. But
That seems like a good stop-off point.
Yeah. How many days away is that?
maybe 2 days, day and a half, 2 days and a half, something like that.
Okay.
Right. We'll have to take turns who gets to rest in the wagon. There's not a lot
I
of
mean,
space
that's
for
fine. I
all.
mean, but I do not need rest in the same way that you do.
Like
I
Percy.
will be fine.
Show off.
Has anyone tried riding Rodri?
What, Rodri specifically? Because there's 2 seats, right, on the top of the wagon, isn't there?
It's like the
wagon,
driver's
not
seat.
Rodri.
Yeah.
Well, you
Rodri's
want
not
to
really
ride-
built to be ridden. It's like going, I want to ride an ox. It's possible.
It's not really the right shape for it.
Thank you for picking an analogy that we all would understand.
Yeah, an ox.
Oh, yeah. When you ride an ox.
But you never ridden an ox before?
That's the point.
You're not supposed to.
Okay, well,
I'm happy to walk for the first leg.
okay. Well, we just need to keep an eye out for anything strange, different. We're not on any roads here, so it might be a little bit more dangerous.
Yes, we're going
Quite
to
open at least, but
wilderness instincts. And I swear, I'm not that bad at it. It's just this place is weird. I'll try my best.
it's okay. It's a complicated journey off the roads. We just need to make sure we're always going in that direction.
Yes, and if anything does happen, we can handle ourselves. We've seen that before with the wolves and everything else, right?
And we've got 2 dogs in the back
have
pocket,
two
so to
dogs
speak.
in the back pocket, ready to go
And
at
a
all
pit.
times, and a pit.
And also, Penelope and Varan's now.
Yes, if you
can
recognise the
Well, I
area.
mean, like, yeah, I mean, we can. I can take you to the miners that we met before.
Perfect.
I can definitely take you back there, but we didn't go much further than that into the Ash Hills. We've not been here that long. We were just beginning to figure things out, so that's about the only place I could take you. But we can take you there.
Okay. Well, if we happen to encounter any more problems, you look like you could handle yourselves. I saw how you transformed the earth, and
I know a little healing magic, and I can communicate with nature and things like that. But Baranth's really, I'm not a warrior. If they fight me, I'm in trouble. But Baranth, he's a really good archer, and yeah, I can use a little magic. I can make I can make plants grow, and I can use healing, and can sometimes help with that thing. Or if you need to, I can make one of you talk to an animal or something like that.
Could you do that right now?
Yeah. Well, if there's an animal you want to talk to.
I point at Rodri.
Okay, I can only do it a couple of times a day, so if I do it now, I can't do it later.
Come on. What's he thinking?
Okay, sure. She comes over to you, Rowan, and she looks up and she rummages in her hat and she pulls out like a little twig with some berries and she plucks them off the little stick and then she takes out like a little leaf and she mushes it all together in her,
By
in her
the
little
signs of
hands.
saints, this is the best day ever.
And she's like, "You gotta bend down, big guy. You gotta come down here."
Yes.
And then she smears it on your lips. So it coats your lips. It's it kind of tastes a bit sour and a bit tangy, but it makes your lips all blue. And then when she kind of finishes, she closes her eyes and a little bit of green magic glows in her hand. And yeah, you your tongue goes a bit bubbly and fizzy. And then you look around and she's like, "Okay, there you go."
Wait, that was it?
Hello?
You go up to Rodri and say hello.
Yeah.
Think of a voice I'm going to give him because I have to then maintain this voice forever.
-4 intelligence.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I know.
-4.
Whoa, hey there.
Oh my god!
Yes!
Rodri, it's me, Rowan.
Hey, Rowan.
You're the best, whatever you are, Thunder Beast ever.
I am?
Yeah.
That's great.
Oh my. We're going to be such good friends.
You give me food.
Yes. Do you want some food now?
Yes.
Okay. Rodri wants some food.
Want some food?
Yeah.
Give him some food.
I'm going to give us some food. Yeah.
Hey, what's he
He's
saying?
eating. What are you saying? What do you think, Rodri?
It's tasty.
He says it's tasty.
Oh, it probably is.
Oh my god. You are a good boy.
I'm a good boy.
Yes, and Gruff is going to take good care of you, okay? That's Gruff.
I like Gruff.
Yes.
He's nice.
And we're all going to take good care of you as well. No one's going to harm you. Take a good look at all these people here. We're all best friends.
He looks around with his big dopey eyes.
What does he think of us? What does he think of us?
He loves us.
Did you say that?
Well, do you love us?
Yeah, of
He loves
course
us.
I
He loves us.
I smush his scaly face.
That's nice.
Oh, he
I
loves
like
this.
that.
Yeah?
What's your favorite scritch spot?
Oh, on my back near my tail.
Oh.
At the top. I can't reach there with my hands and feet.
Gruffith, by the signs on saints, I have an immediate mission for you.
Right, what's wrong?
Get to the back of Rodri immediately. It's an
What's wrong?
urgent mission.
What's wrong? Is he injured?
He's got a good scritch spot at the base of his tail.
Well, that's very
At
important.
the top, not it's like
At the top?
Like on a dog.
On the edge of the
when
wagon.
you get the bit like right by their tail, yeah.
I start scratching. Can I use a little bit of the claw? Not like in a dangerous way, but just.
But he's a scale, like he's a dinosaur. He's got thick hide,
Yeah.
right? So actually, you kind of need to
get in
a
there.
little
like
bit
a
of the
good thing.
claws and.
Oh yeah.
Is that good?
Oh, that's the
Right.
good spot.
Okay, maybe ease off a little bit. Where's his leg go?
He's just like happily kind of like he like rotates a little bit, tries to like help you get to the best spot. He's like, oh, that feels nice.
Okay, amazing. Now, if you have any concerns or thought, how long, Penelope, does this
I
last?
have more food.
You bet your bottom ass you can.
Okay, great.
Not your top ass.
Can you mark off? That's 2 of Rodri's rations, actually, please. Yeah, he happily chows
What a
down.
hungry boy.
It's had like 2 days worth of food.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, buddy.
I
Rodri.
like hay.
No, it's like a hello.
Oh, hello.
All right. So we're heading to a mining camp now. You ready for a big walk? You want to go walkies?
I like walking.
Yeah. All right.
I like sleeping.
Yeah, we're going to sleep when we get there, okay?
Okay.
Or maybe a couple days. We'll have a sleep in between.
Okay.
Now, I'm not going to be able to speak to you forever. So I'm going to speak to you as long as I can.
It's nice to speak to you, though.
Well, Penelope's going to have to join the party.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
You can do it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Salt.
my guy.
I was about to say it at the
Yeah.
beginning, but yeah.
Have
This
you
is
met
the
a
best
druid
day
before?
ever.
Yeah, druid.
Totally forgot.
Don't you remember the Ember Stoats?
Oh, yeah. Anyway.
I think it lasts 10 minutes.
I think it's 10 minutes.
I think it's 10 minutes.
okay.
So you get 10 minutes. Rodri, in this brief period of time, you don't need to make an insight check because he's not the smartest tool in the dead.
What?
Ted?
No, that's right.
Excuse me?
Correct term, yes.
That's correct.
Smartest tool in the dead.
Yeah.
You
Just
leave
like
my
that
husband
term,
out of this. Leave my sweet boy out of this.
It's a reference.
Oh.
So yeah, Rodri is a very simple-minded beast. He likes sleeping. He likes eating.
Same.
I can relate so hard.
Yeah.
He doesn't like anything too scary.
Yeah, me neither.
There's not a lot going on in there.
Yeah, same.
It's like
He's
pretty.
a complex being.
Yeah.
Multi-layered, multifaceted.
But he's very kindly. He's very he is a bit sort of like not he's like dozy. Like he loves sleep. Like he's a bit sleepy all the time.
Yeah.
But he's very kindly and very gentle.
Rowan loves him.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Is that all right? Did you like that? Did you?
Penelope, you don't know what you've done for me.
What have I done?
You connected me with Rodri in a way I never thought possible.
That's great. I'm glad.
You can do this all the time?
Well, like
If
I
only
said,
there
I
was
could
someone
do it a
like
few-
us that could do that.
I only have enough magic mana to do it a few times a day. I can't do it all the time.
The little animals you must be able to speak to. Must be incredible.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice back in Mistwald, in the Mistwald with his little animals all the time. I love speaking to them, yeah.
I guess it's something you can't teach someone else.
I mean, maybe in time. I mean, can you use magic? Well, maybe I could teach you. Yeah, sure.
I wouldn't mind that.
All right, yeah, we can do them. I can, yeah, I mean, that's a big part of what Lady Verifia, that she tries to, she's my teacher, and, one day she wants me to be a teacher to somebody, so I it's good practice for me to help teach you, I guess.
Well, how fortunate we have met.
Well, yeah, you guys saved us, so yeah, of course, yeah, I'm more
Now we have a
than
lead. So
Yes.
Yeah, all
let's
right.
get
A
cracking.
lead which we should do.
Very well, I shall lead the way. Follow me. And you see, Baranth, when he walks, by the way, like his leg stride, he's quite tall, but as he walks, it's like his legs elongate. So he has like this incredible stride where he very quickly outpaces Rodri and the rest of you very easily. And then he waits, but he's like keeping a lookout. Like he'll like go ahead and then he waits for you to catch up and then he leads on a little bit further and just never seems to get tired or anything like that. Just goes. Like, is very good at
Okay.
traveling across the land.
Let's follow Baran.
So, to do this, we're going to follow our normal travel rules, but because you have Penelope and Baranth, you're going to you don't need a guide, which is like normally one of the base rolls, and you're going to automatically succeed that. So you're going to make progress in your journey.
Nice.
There is a chance you're still going to have a random event, so you could still have an encounter.
Okay.
But regardless, you're always going to have like the upper hand. But what is everyone doing on this journey? Like, tell me what you are doing to pass the time. Are you practicing with Penelope? Are you staying vigilant and keeping an eye out? Because that is going to affect, if something does happen, where you are, how you react, who can go first, who rolls initiative, who's surprised, that kind of stuff.
I'm looking at all the buttons on my jacket. I'm absolutely not vigilant at all.
You're just
No. I'm distracted.
enjoying your
I'm
distracting
fully
your time.
distracted.
Sure. Okay. Yep. You spend time getting to know where all the buttons are. You memorize, right? This side I've got the dogs, and this side I've got the pit, and this side I've got this, and blah blah blah. Easily enough. Yep. Gruffith.
I could either be sort of working with Rodri, or I could be looking out.
It's up to you. This is
options.
what you think Gruff would be doing on this journey. The Ash Hills are a mixture of terrain. Sometimes you're passing through valleys and hills. Sometimes you're moving through small woodlands. It is kind of a mixed terrain, mostly grassland, though.
Maybe if Rowan is looking after Rodri, having your newfound kinship with him, or is it just dead to you as soon as you can speak to him anymore?
I think it's very hard on Rowan when the speech stops.
Yeah.
So he has to take a back seat.
Okay.
It will let Gruff take over.
I'll look after Rodri.
So you're going to basically be the one on, like, driving the wagon,
Yeah.
basically. Yeah. Because, like, Rodri doesn't need looking after. He'll just do his job.
Yeah.
He just needs somebody on the reins to, like, go, stop, turn, that kind of stuff. So, yeah.
I'll heal him up as well,
Sure.
because someone.
Yeah, or are you going to do a healing spell?
What was that? Because someone
Thunderclap next time.
That was days ago.
Yeah, but
Yeah, would we have short rested and stuff?
That was
wolves.
that was just
wasn't
before
days
you
ago.
arrived at the Citadel, so actually it hasn't been a full day yet.
Okay.
So, yeah, this would be
Gruff
same day.
has
So
a
he's,
healing
like, down
spell
3 hit
book, yeah.
points.
He lost, I think, 3 hit points.
Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, I think he lost 3.
So I'll do Cure Wounds.
I'm being crucified over 3 HP.
it could have been worse. Because
Look at him. Look at him. Look at his little face.
because he
He's
was it was
resistant.
resistant. That's
Yeah.
the reason.
Yeah.
I think he was just an anti-save. So he took,
Anti-saved.
like, very little.
Just look at his sweet little
tortured.
face and you tell him that he doesn't matter.
Because doesn't he have like 12 hit
I
points?
never said he doesn't matter.
I rolled an 8, so full.
Oh,
Mega
he's full
heals.
of beans. He loves it. There's a bit of a pep in his step, when he's moving now.
Stepping.
So the energy flows through him. All right, so Gruff's just looking after Rodri.
Yeah.
Give me just an animal handling check. I just want to see, like, how your driving the wagon goes.
Clever toe dice, let's go! 18 plus 7.
Yeah, great.
Lots.
No problems whatsoever. Like, you know, like, the terrain's getting a little bit rocky here. Let's move him off onto, like, a bit of a softer path. You're going to put his needs first, but manage to do it in a way that doesn't delay the journey in any way. Great. Xanthius or Ophelia, what are you guys doing?
I am probably near the cargo area of the wagon.
Okay.
There's just something biting away at my mind. Like, I've forgotten something. Am I looking for something? Possibly. It could be in the cargo. It's somewhere around here.
Okay.
Where'd it go?
All right.
Where'd it go,
So you're just going through, like,
I'm
the
not
loot that
necessarily
you
going
took from the ruin.
There's just... I've got this feeling that I've forgotten something or I've lost something.
Forget
or-
your own head next.
Yeah, where is it? Where'd that go?
Well, this is like over the course of a long period of travel. So is this like you going through and like checking like the like is it in here or is this like going through your own stuff like
Someone picked it up. It's somewhere.
Okay.
I can feel it.
Sure.
I don't get it.
Huh?
I'm not following.
No, it's fine.
Kim's just gonna point it out in her notes.
Well,
While Kim does that,
All right, if we're just saying it out loud, I'm looking for the crown steel.
I'm with you.
yeah. Anything, would you like to make a check? Would you like to make a roll to see if you notice anything or?
It's so passive, like the searching. Almost like when you leave and you're like, I've definitely forgotten something.
You're like patting your
Yeah.
pockets. Like,
Yeah, and
I'm
it's,
sure I've got that. I I must have everything.
Yeah, I could
Yes.
do a check, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, investigate.
I have advantage because of the gold sight thing.
Do helps you highlight things.
Okay, I do still have a +0, just a 12.
12. I mean, it's definitely not amongst like. I mean, because you specifically were the one who patted down all of the bodies except the leaders, didn't you?
Yes.
And they only had like coins and weapons and stuff, which I don't think you guys actually took. I think you left all that stuff there. You go through like all the stuff you pulled from the ruins. It's not in there. You're like, oh, I didn't check that. You're like, oh yeah, I didn't look at the leader's body. That's what you could pick up on. Ophelia, what's Ophelia doing?
I think Ophelia would stay at one side of the wagon, looking at the tree lines and stuff are in danger, like wolves again and all that kind of thing. And then she'll command Percy to go at the other side, to flank both sides with the pots and pans.
Okay.
She'll command him to
If he
crank the
sees
pans,
anything.
like twice for danger, once for
Okay.
like friend or.
Sure. So what we'll treat that as.
They spend the entire night just single flag.
We'll treat that as if you have to make a perception check to like see danger, you'll make it with advantage because Percy's technically doing the help action. So how about that? All right.
Nice.
Perfect. What's Rowan doing?
Rowan would usually be scouting, but he's also preoccupied, I think, a bit with Penelope and talking about magic and trying to learn some stuff from her. Also, he's interested in the whole druidic and trying to replenish the land kind of thing, so probably a conversation about that.
Is there anything specific you want to ask, or
Just asking about Lady Verathera, I think, and your mission.
Yeah, she'll say like, "Oh, Lady Verathera, you know, well, she's the 16th daughter of the Archdragon, of the Green Archdragon. Like she's
Holy shit!
she's the youngest,
16th
child. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And she's kind of young, but it means that for a long time she didn't really have a place in the court and in the things like that. So she really dedicated herself to like learning healing and curing diseases and especially helping the natural world. If there's ever like a disease in a part of Mistwald, because we live in harmony with the trees and the plants and the world around us. And so if there was like a grove or a glade and it got like a sickness, she would go there and she would heal it, and she's really good at it. But I mean, she hates violence and she hates fighting, and she just wants to help everybody. She's real sweet. And she's just great. And when I came over here with my family, and we don't really get along very well, so she took me in.
I'm sorry to hear that.
But that's okay, I was very little when we came to Elmira, and yeah, Lady Verathera found me, and she took me in, and she's taught me everything she knows. I'm still learning. There's so much to learn. She's got, like the dragon. I mean, I don't know if have you met any dragons before?
Yeah.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We met the Archduke of Caldra.
Oh,
And
really?
The son and daughter.
Oh, really?
I know.
I've never met a red dragon. Well, I met Sir Ignis. He was a red dragonborn, but I've never met a red dragon
So
before.
intimidating.
Really?
Yes.
I can't
So
imagine the green
powerful.
the green dragons I've met. They're so loving and they're so warm and friendly and.
Cauldron red dragons, they are bold, courageous, strong.
Oh, I don't know. That kind of sounds scary.
It is.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
Well, I don't know what they're like, but they have such an innate connection with mana and magic in the world. And with the green dragons, it's they can connect with like the life force of Altheya and the world around it, and it's
What?
really beautiful.
They can?
Yeah. That's
I
how.
can do that too.
Really?
Yeah, but in a different way.
Well, how do you do it?
Connect through, it's called resonance.
What,
I
like
connect
in
through-
music?
Yes, there's music
I
emanating.
love music.
Oh, no way!
Yeah, and
Really?
she's got like a little ocarina. She has like a little wooden ocarina, and like it looks like hand carved, like
What
she's made
songs
it.
do you know?
Oh, I only know I do it because we travel a lot, and it's nice to have a little tune when you're walking and
Well,
stuff.
why don't we do a little duet?
Oh, I've never really played for other people
Hey.
before.
You play for yourself.
Well, okay, I guess I can
And
try.
I can always be louder than you if you ever feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, that would be great. Can I just give you like a look, and then you'll play real loud so no one
You
can hear
start
me?
and stop whenever you feel comfortable.
Okay.
I'll take the lead.
Okay, yeah. Let's do it.
Also-
Well, if magic, is that how you use your magic through music? And the resonance?
Yes, I connect with the resonance.
Well, you know,
everything has music.
And that's exactly it. You know, if you can connect to the rhythm of a babbling brook or a stone in the woods,
And the rocks
things like
next
that.
to them.
Yeah, and the vines as they grow over and things like that.
Think of the vines.
That's like a thing that, well, if you can do that, I think you can definitely learn some druidic magic, absolutely. Maybe not all of what a druid can do. You know, druids, they connect in different ways, but I think I could teach you a couple of spells if you'd like.
Yes, please.
Okay. And she will start to play. I'll roll, see how well she performs. Natural 20. It is... Penelope is, you know, she's nervous and she's very shy and she kind of has this big hat and she hides herself away. But when she starts to play, and it's this kind of jaunty little, very fairy-like tune. It's kind of lots of... It's like lots of little trills and things like that. But it really kind of energizes you and it makes you want to kind of walk and dance and move and things like that. It has a real kind of like pep to it. And she gets lost in it. Like as she starts to play, and at first she's nervous, but then knowing that you're there and you'll
I'm clapping along.
and she knows that if she gets embarrassed, she can hide underneath your music. She kind of lets herself go and she closes her eyes, and it's genuinely like really lovely and sweet. You know, it's not it is a great performance. It's not like something that would be performed in the great halls or anything like that, but it's a lovely little traveling tune, and enough to kind of give you all a little. Yeah, this is nice. This little pep in your step. I will, in fact, actually make the journey cost 1 less endurance because it's natural 20. So there you go.
Is it the kind of song that everything we do over the next day, you can almost catch everyone in
a little humming it,
a little part of it, like.
No, not quite that. Not quite that.
We don't want Lost Woods.
But no, there's a lovely little kind of tune to it. Excuse me. Yeah, and like with that, if you continue working with Penelope, by the way, it's going to probably take you a few days, but I will let you swap a bard spell for maybe a druid spell like Speak with Animals or something.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I'm going to drop all my bard spells.
It makes sense.
That's
like
what I did in a row.
certain druid spells, like things that Penelope would know. So like she might not know some of them. She won't know any of the aggressive spells, like Moonbeam or
I have very
and
few.
stuff. Yeah, but
I've got Charm Person.
Yep. If you wanted to swap that out for like something like Speak with Animals,
Rowany spell?
Not really, because that's kind of like
Manipulation.
he would rather like actually convince someone to be their friend.
yeah, so something like that maybe.
Yeah, it's up to you. It's a choice you
First
can make.
level?
It can be a first level. You can do a high level one, but let's say Speak with Animals specifically. I might need to manually go in and do it. So let's just say for now, you don't have Charm Person, but you can learn Speak with Animals.
I will make a note of it.
Yeah, and that will basically take you the whole journey to like spend that time. So you're not helping with the anything else.
Super dope.
All right, cool. Well, it sounds like everybody's kind of got something that they're doing.
Yeah.
So, give me a minute. I have to load up something.
That's okay. So we are currently at the Ash Citadel on the map here.
We're heading like what,
Southeast, right? So we are literally just moving one tile down.
Save icon.
Sorry?
Hold on, lag.
Spinning wheel.
No memory card detected in slot one.
Samuel, there is a map if thou wish to use the PTZ.
Thou wishest. Verily thou art quintessential.
Verily.
So yeah, that is where we are right now at the Ashen Citadel. That is where we started, up here. And yeah, so we're 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles away right now, but we're about to move one more down.
Oh, look at this dice. Wow.
That's a great dice.
Wow.
Cool dice.
Where can I get that dice?
Clever Toad dice, available
Next week at Dispel Dice.
On the Althea's first year anniversary.
Sort of.
Maybe something else will be released too.
Maybe.
What? What?
You'll
Me.
find out.
I'm being released.
Into the wilderness.
untethered.
It's time. It's
Chain's
time.
coming off, guys.
Yeah.
The contract is ended.
We have contracts?
The pact.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
You guys travel for a full day. You find somewhere to camp. You may take a long rest.
Hooray.
You travel as necessary. Whereabouts are you moving on your map, actually?
When you say a rest, you mean a long.
Yes.
A long rest.
Long,
The police are coming.
long.
Because I don't want to...
No.
I had a really big, really itchy in my pit.
Okay.
Is it is the tattoo?
What other pit would... Oh. I'm with you now.
Sorry, I'm really thrown. Mark is next to me.
Why did you wear a knitted jumper over a tattoo that's healing?
I'm an
I
idiot.
feel like that's surely really irritating it.
I just read a spell on here called Fairy Toast, and I got really confused for a second. What is with my English today? Oh my god, am I dying? Is it happening?
So what's the spell?
Anyway,
It's been a couple
Fairy
weeks.
Toast, and all I could think of was sparkly toast, as in bread.
Toast.
Yeah, you make a toast.
One of these
as
weird
in-
spells from like, none of that.
Fairy bread is like an Australian thing, right? They put
Yeah.
sprinkles on it.
Chocolate sprinkles bread.
on
Yeah.
white
Daily
bread.
bread.
Sugar on sugar. And
Butter and
Sorry, Mark,
sprinkles.
you just came round here. And
So yeah, I've added a little marker, which is where the mining camp. So that's where Penelope's taking.
Oh, hell yeah.
You guys travel for a day. You guys camp.
Very close.
You can take a long rest. Nothing happens that first night.
What?
It's just ups.
Are we all like?
It's all fine.
Are we making it to the 1 year
it's
anniversary?
fine.
I don't know because my
I'm
head
doing great.
feels like
It's just a burp. What are you freaking out about?
that wasn't a burp, that was auto-tune.
You guys make your way.
Talon.
You rest. Nothing happens in the night. It's
Hell yeah.
a peaceful night. The weather is clear. Nothing of any kind of urgent. You pick the journey up the next day, and as you are, you're maybe about half a day away from the point where Penelope and Barenth are taking you towards this mining camp, and you pass through a small woodland, and you were the only one kind of keeping watch out, Ophelia. So can you give me a perception check, please?
Okie dokie. Was it with advantage?
in any way, shape, or form.
Fine. Yes, with advantage, yeah. Yeah, he's technically giving you the help action, so.
Just got a dice tray.
I do have two dice trays.
She's got two.
And you still rolled it outside.
18.
18.
I rolled it in chocolate.
Up ahead, you and technically Baranth would see this because he's kind of leading you as well. But up ahead, you notice that moving through this woodland, you come across a small pond. And it is notable because the pond itself has a sort of strange, subtle golden hue to it. And the plants and flowers that grow around this pool and in this little woodland have a sort of unusual nature to them. They don't look like some of the plants and flowers you've seen throughout the rest of Cauldron on your travels. They have sort of red veins running through their stems and their leaves. They have more thorns than they should, but they don't look nasty. They're pretty flowers. They just look different. And you notice that a group of deer are drinking from the fountain, like just a family of them. Up ahead, nothing disturbing them, but just that strange golden pool sort of draws attention. It is definitely unusual in some way. And it is you're going to pass it, basically, this pool. And the deer as well. The deer haven't noticed that you guys are coming yet. They'll probably run away as you get closer. But the deer themselves are also a little unusual. Their antlers, like the buck, has the antlers. The antlers are a little bit more twisted and they're black. They're not like a bone color. And throughout their fur, there are these little touches of gold almost, kind of similar to the wolves that you guys fought. But they're not aggressive. They're just drinking like normal animals, and then just some of them are grazing on the grass and the flowers nearby. But yeah, the wagon is going to pass this pool basically.
Can I make a nature check?
Yeah.
Just to see if they're dangerous.
The plants is what you're making the nature check on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I, looking at the deer, can I assume that they're the same as the wolves, as in they're...
You could think whatever you like.
Okay.
Rhiannon. You are more than welcome to think and make theories as you wish.
You're free to think.
You're allowed to think
Wow,
now.
that's crazy. As a woman, I'm free to think.
Oh my god.
What a crazy fantasy world.
We give you that permission.
This really is a fantasy world, yeah.
Oh, but only with my permission.
Oh, yes, sorry. Yes. Master's permission, yeah.
Can we vote as well?
Oh, I don't know about that.
I don't know about that. That's asking a lot.
This
As
is
a
the
woman,
most
you can walk
silent.
into a D&D session and do stuff that you want to do.
Whoa! Our tiny brains can't calculate it. We're just not made for this game.
Never get anything done.
I think we're talking to the comments right now.
No, I was thinking about Gary Gygax.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, no, it's,
I'll just
They're
be
a very cool space. Yeah. It's true.
Classic woman.
Women, women can be shitheads too.
It's true.
Must be a full moon.
Such a fucking curveball.
Are we doing that ritual later? Like, yeah, full moon ritual later? Yeah.
Sorry, the token women will shut up now.
And Tom and Trot said nothing in this joke.
As correct.
I heard a squeak, and I think that was both your buttholes just closing. Like,
I'm sort of like, I got one foot in one camp and I got another foot in the other camp, and I'm like, I'm all right. I think I'll be all right, actually. These two, I'm like, I'll be all right, you know.
It's fine.
That's a good place to be.
I'm very uncomfortable.
Should we make this nature roll, please? Rhiannon? Choosing.
good therapy
I'm
session. Good therapy
choosing.
session.
The dice have chosen a 14 for me, Mark.
14 on the nature check. The plants, you're not from Elmera, so you don't know the names of these plants or anything else, but you don't see, like, you can see actually some of the deer are eating them, so you don't think they're toxic, you don't think they're aggressive, there's not enough structure to them for them to, like, lash out and hurt people or anything. They just look like, yeah, they've grown a bit differently. They're a bit unusual. They might be like, maybe they've got, like, mild, you know, properties, like poisonous properties, or maybe they're medicinal in some way, but not ones you're particularly familiar with.
Can I speak to Penelope?
Yeah, sure.
Penelope, you seem versed in nature things.
yes.
Sorry, these plants here, I've never seen anything like this before. They're very strange. Is it to do with like this pool?
Well, I don't know if it's about the pool specifically, but we've seen these kind of plants all over the Ash Hills, really. The animals and the deer too, and she's kind of pointing up ahead. And the deer are now looking at the wagon, and they're doing that thing of like, predator, 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 do we need to run? No. Drink?
What were they doing? Sorry, I just...
Drink?
And Penelope will look over and she'll be like, yeah, it's kind of like the animals here. Whatever this sickness that Lady Verathea is worried about, like, it's been affecting things here for so long that things have started to change and twist, and they're not necessarily bad. I mean, we examined some of these plants before, and, you know, they had, like, a very mild toxicity to them, but nothing like you won't get poisoned if you touch them or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
So they're pretty safe, but they're just different now. Lady Verathea said something about that the plants, they had a high saturation of mana, of magic, basically. So it's almost like they've got more magic than they should have.
Interesting. Magical plant.
Don't worry, Ophelia and Penelope, I can explain this all to you as a man.
Please do.
Man, if you want to make Xanthias more of a dickhead.
It's okay, Ophelia. I understand all of this stuff. Let me just run you through this slowly and carefully. I am not doing that.
No.
Not canon.
No. But yeah.
Zansplaining.
Zandsplaining.
Oh my god.
It's not even mansplaining, it's just Xanthias does it to everyone.
Yeah.
He's just an arrogant dickhead. But yeah, that is what Penelope says, and she's like, you know, you're gonna pass by them, and she'll just say like, yeah, I mean, I've not seen water like that though before. We didn't see any pools or anything.
I feel sick.
Maybe
Move on. Let the joke rest.
is there a way I could maybe like take a sample? Like maybe I'm thinking maybe like Blackwing or someone could.
Yeah.
Rhiannon brings everything over to Black.
You're just gonna come back and be like,
Every time I have. Every time
So-
you see something, you went, maybe Black.
What did you put the slime in? You had a vial.
I had
didn't
a
you?
coffee cup.
Oh, this was
I got some
from
slime in an empty coffee
the
cup.
sewers, right?
The sewers, yeah.
Okay.
No,
I don't know if you still have that
Yeah.
because you've fallen over, you've done things. That coffee cup probably broke and it's now crusty slime. It was not sealed. You do not have the slime in it.
Got like a notebook.
slime.
A notebook.
Like, if you want to
covered in
collect
slime.
samples of things, you need vials with like stoppers. Like, you can't just be coffee cup slime.
Every time Ophelia's seen something, she has picked up and thought, I'll give that to Black.
If you have something you can keep a sample in, absolutely you can go up to this pool.
Okay.
And at this point, everybody's heard these conversations. You can all see everything happening as well.
Hey, what? Look at these! Look at these plants and this strange gold water, isn't
The
it?
deer have backed off, but they've not left entirely. They're actually kind of watching you guys now.
Oh, they are beautiful.
Amazing.
Now, I don't want to be that guy,
Okay,
but
go ahead.
there was money.
I've been thinking it as well.
I didn't want these poor deer, but at the same time,
There was a reward for deer pelts, but
Well, I mean, say no more.
what? Okay.
Wait, what? Oh, Penelope's like listening in on this. What are you talking about?
How many is the deer?
Well, there's
How many deer are there?
How many?
How many deer are? That's a great question. I would say there's 4, and
Exactly what
2 of them are adults, 2 of them are fawns.
Okay.
So the children live.
Good. Okay. Well, look, they're living peacefully and happily, and will probably run away very, very quickly. And we don't want them to run away and potentially alert other things out here. So we would need to be careful. But what was it you were asking
Careful,
about?
what's going on?
Oh, just in case there's anything else out here.
Oh,
Can't
right,
be sure.
okay.
Can't be certain.
Okay.
Yeah, so
maybe we'll let the wagon pass, and then maybe someone can stay behind and scout to make sure they're
Ophelia, do you want to scout?
I can stay behind and scout.
yeah,
That's
maybe
fine.
if there's anything that falls off the wagon, I can carry it back to the wagon.
Right.
I'm going to spend a fate point.
Oh my God.
You can have a fate point back. Wait a minute, what are you guys talking about? You're not going to kill those deer, are you?
No.
There's the circle of life.
That only applies if you're killing them to survive. I mean, what reason would you have?
What if we?
In this economic situation,
Well,
What economic situation?
if it helps, Penelope.
the housing crisis.
We're absolutely.
Didn't you find all a bunch of gold in that ruined keep? Did
Well,
you
yes,
find all
we
those
did,
treasures?
but-
We have nothing of value on us. We are destitute.
We're poor.
We have an inn to run.
You say all of this as this little with her big eyes, and she starts tearing up in her eyes.
Oh, Penelope, look, we've got. I'll go to the back of the wagon. I'll start flipping through the bounties and notes we have.
We'll give it a good death, unlike, the predators that would tear it apart.
You don't know that.
Don't show the wolf that I tore apart the other day.
Oh, yeah.
I am the predator test.
You're going to come back with a deer head.
Look what I've got.
I'm wearing a look, it's speaking.
Penelope, I love you.
Clarity.
Is this canon? Is this happening?
No, that was a
think it was
potential future.
non-canonical.
As if I get the deer.
That was a potential future. No, look, we had a load of people that were in need in Ash and Rest. They asked us to bring back these things, and deer pelts just happened to be one of those things.
She takes it and she
well as
reads.
wolf
She reads
pelts
this little
and-
thing.
There's people in
This is just for someone to. It says that they're gonna. It's for work. It's not for survival.
Well,
Work is survival in
Yes.
Cauldron.
Oh. She just like hands it back, and
Hey,
it's
we-
really sad.
Maybe we don't have to.
well, maybe we.
You guys rescued us. I mean, I guess like I shouldn't say anything. I mean, it's just that they're not hurting nobody. They're just
sorry.
out there living their lives, and it just seems really sad to kill them just for no reason.
Well, yes, but
If they were attacking or some sort of predator, maybe I'd understand. But she just starts mumbling to herself. She like goes. She's like, oh, I'm gonna go walk with Baranth for a little bit. And she like trots after and like.
Oh, good, we can hunt now.
Doesn't say that.
Great.
Maybe we should swap tack and look for the piss drinker instead.
The what?
The piss drinker.
There's another question.
Oh, right. Well, yes. I mean, of course, we were just going to do all of them at once. I mean, we already have.
I think you're the only one who's really dedicated to this, killing lots of animals.
I'm not, well,
he's
no.
not. I like money.
I specifically am not dedicated to.
Not like money.
I'm not dedicated to slaughtering animals. I want to make that very, very clear. I'm just. I like money too.
Everything has a price
we
and a
just-
worth and a value
we
and a
have-
cost.
Find 800 gold.
We have 800 gold in the back of the wagon.
Yeah.
And we could have more.
Well, I was both thinking.
And we've got the painting and the statues.
Look, I would just say that
I know exactly what I was saying. I was
Okay,
like, yeah.
Daisy, if a knoll crosses our path, would we divert our course in order to stop it? From
Not if
being...
it attacks us.
Well, sure, but
If they're not attacking us.
There's a distinct difference between passive, beautiful creatures that have no predatory traits versus gnolls who are corrupted vault spawn.
Their
who
dark eyes, these deer just like watching all of you
terrorize
as the wagon
people
stops.
and animals.
Just like
and
looking
whatnot.
at you from the distance.
I-
Across,
I-
and like as a boy, like there is this gold pond between you and them as well.
Look, I'm
I get out a gun.
I'm all for
I actually get out a gun.
He's got guns.
Right, he has a gun.
Forgot you had a gun.
I'm all for hunting animals, but really it's only if it's for us to eat them. But
You can eat them deer.
I don't
They
really,
look real tasty.
I don't really know. They look a bit odd, and I don't really know if we should be eating
We have enough rations.
whatever is,
Wait, we need to go
fed by the
fishing.
land here, because it's a bit. I don't know. I don't know that we should be eating
What if
that.
you go fishing in the golden pool?
That's a really good point. Overall,
Is it magic?
I'm a little worried because we said some of our rations fine. We don't have enough for the entire time. We need to go fishing. What if they're also kind of weird?
Then we're buggered.
See, buggered me.
You've moved a long way from the river, so there ain't no fishing now.
Well, I think whatever's in the water and the food here, it's so small trace amounts that it can't really be super harmful to us.
I mean, the deer that have been drinking from it, they look resplendent.
They look wonderful.
Maybe we can be.
They look very expensive.
Do you want to go a little?
My concern.
Send him to the pool.
My concern is given the nature of this area and the story we were told about Galvasar and all that, and the crown steel in his veins degrading into the land, is that certain people in this party and having
you
more
mean
crown
me?
steel in their
Big
system.
land, though.
I just wonder if the crown steel in the land is making itself into the water supply and the food chain, and if we start supping and eating, it's going to make its way into us. And some people who already have a high dose of crown steel, it might not be beneficial.
Dose, actually.
We
Really,
probably
really
have the
big
biggest
dose.
one I've ever seen.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm just saying, I don't think there's nearly enough in the lands here to be harmful. Maybe closer to the center of where all of this is coming from, sure, but right now?
To be fair, the plants that Ophelia pointed out and this lake in general feels different to the corruption and the tendrils of corruption that came from Galvasar. I don't know. I might be wrong.
They've just adapted
This land
to
is
the land.
is a land.
And this is over hundreds of years as well. And this is the effect it's had over hundreds of years. I think we can take a sip.
On you go.
I mean, we've already seen you being a bit more aggressive.
I have not been aggressive. Fuck you.
Language, Xanthias.
I mean, there was literally crown steel on the reclaimers, which
There was. Yes, there was.
I think if there were corrupting elements at this lake or near the deer, he would have similar effects.
Yeah, and I've been positively splendid recently.
Haven't you just been a real hoot?
I've been a real gosh
chip-out guy.
darn wow. Who's that guy? It's Xanthias.
Guys.
Cool guy. Cool, calm guy.
I don't know, I urge you spouting some sexism.
You said
Well,
plain
Ophelia
things.
needed something explained to her tiny, tiny mind.
I am tiny and feeble.
Exactly.
That is not canon. That's not canon.
Oh, I'm not sure about this recurring bit.
You brought it back.
You know you bring it back.
Kim just brought it back here. Anyway. As is her right.
Good culmination of the bit, though. Tied that off neatly with a bow. Now drink your respecting women juice and drink the soup.
Look, I'm just saying the water is fine. And the plants are probably fine. And the wolves, we've got some wolf meat. Haven't we eaten some of that already?
I don't believe you did. No, you skinned them. You didn't take the wolf meat.
We just got the pelts.
Yeah, well, kind of. Attempted pelts.
Yeah, I feel like you really didn't do
I
great.
kind of did a number on that one.
You wanted to make a hat. In no way.
You make mess, no hat.
Yeah.
So, do you guys want to just move on, or like, do we
need
about
to-
these deer, or
Do we need to refill our water pouches at all? Or-
it's always you could totally like refill your water skins here, or
Well, I can create water.
you're gonna fill your water skin with a golden pool.
you can literally
I
create
can
water.
literally create fresh water.
Okay.
Okay.
Or maybe Xanthias can detect magic on the pool and see.
Do you have another
What's going
coffee
on
cup?
there?
Do you want to take
You would
some
have got
golden
the charge
water
back.
too?
Oh, okay. One charge.
It's D3, I
Hold it
believe.
steady.
Is it one charge? What does it say?
The next 2 weeks.
No one chalk me
Yeah.
for like a fortnight.
Where is my D3?
It's on the map.
It's on the
Oh,
map.
it is on the map. Cool. All right. I regain this many charges to the gold site eye. 2.
Oh, the 2 that you spent.
What a great dice. Yeah, if you want, I could detect magic.
Let's have a look.
Okay, I've gold sight eye detect magic on the area.
Sure. Yeah, so there is, like I said before, there is always a touch of magic in the air, the ever-present mana that exists throughout the world that just makes magic work. But looking around, as you've gone deeper into the Ash Hills, there is a bit more of a vibrancy. Like the saturation's just gone up a few percent, and like everything just seems a bit bolder. And that pond and the deer, again, like just a little touch more. The pond especially, you actually get trace, like on everything you don't detect schools of magic, but on that pond you begin to see some elements of evocation magic, of transmutation magic, of like different types of magic. And there's definitely something about that pool that is magic dense, shall I
Okay.
say. There is an increased density to its mana.
It's not like so tuned up that it's like, whoa, that's magic.
Make an Arcana check for me.
Okay.
Do you want to fate it as well?
That is a +3. Yeah, I'll fate it, just to make sure.
Sure.
Okie doke. That is a 16 unnatural 20.
Perfect. You think, Xanthias, the density of the mana in that water, the deer, it's reduced far too much. You think that it's mainly these cosmetic elements, but you get a sense that actually drinking from the water of that pond, you think it would be invigorating to your own personal mana, like your own personal magic. Like your magic will be more powerful, maybe. Only temporarily. Like it won't last forever, but it would be like a temporary boost. Like, you'd be replacing, the mana that you normally consume from food and drink with a more enriched source of it.
Okay. Oh, okay. So, magic users, surround me. That's everyone. That's literally everybody here. Okay. Okay, that's everybody. Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, this water turns out I don't think it's bad at all. If anything, it's more beneficial than regular water, fresh water. No offense to your create water thing there, but
Taken.
it might empower your spells in a good way, not like the way I do it, badly and painfully and detrimentally. Is that a word? It is now. So I think it's actually going to be a good idea for us to try and bottle this up, potion it, I suppose. Do we have any empty potion bottles?
Not really.
No.
Okay. Well, what about the one that you had?
The vitality bottle potion.
The vitality bottle. Did you keep?
Potion.
Did you keep the vitality bottle potion?
It's not
Damn
my
it.
inventory.
Did you keep the bottle of the vitality potion?
It's not my inventory anymore.
Oh, so you threw away the.
I think I threw away the bottle.
You discarded the vitality potion bottle.
Yeah, I did, yes.
Can I offer you a 10-foot pole in this trying time?
It's not really storage, is it?
Okay.
A sack?
I've got a water skin.
We could bottle this up and sell it.
Oh God, here we go.
Well, potentially, yes, we could.
The issue is a container.
Bottles. Yeah.
Yeah, well, yes. I mean, we could just have our
find
water
a-
skins for now and then
find a
distill it later
glassmith.
on, but
Immediately.
a bottlesmith.
Yes. We could be sitting on a literal gold mine of potential.
Okay. Uncork my water skin, pour it all out.
Would it be weird?
I mean, I'm really ready to just fill this up with this.
if you guys all fill up your water skins,
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind a little dip.
You want to just dive in?
Just a little dip.
Could you wait?
Wouldn't
Could
mind a
you
little
wait until we?
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
wade in. I bet it feels real nice.
I mean, I don't think it would hurt. I'm not sure if that will necessarily have much of an effect on you, but go ahead.
Bastard.
Oh, maybe we should actually, let's fill our bottles first,
Take your samples first,
and then you can go in.
So as mine's saying, you're going to fill your water skins with water from here.
Yes.
Okay, great. I would say that a water skin can carry about 5 days worth of food, water, basically.
Okay.
I'm saving mine for the other stuff.
What?
So you're not going to fill your
I'm not
water
going
skin.
to fill mine.
So Gruff, Xanthias, Rowan, and Daisy. Okay.
I mean, you may as well if you don't have any of that other stuff right now.
Oh, I don't want to drink water.
Okay, fair enough. Okay.
It's just so plain and thin.
Well, this might, you never know.
So as you approach, the deer eventually run off. Once you get closer, they're just like, nope, and they flee.
Oh, the money.
Scorching ray.
I mean, if you want to make range attacks.
No, I'm good.
You go up and, you fill your skins with this kind of golden tinted water. Fills up, just goes easily in. But you're not you're just going to fill your water skins up.
I mean, you want to try some, Ophelia? I know you don't like water, but maybe this is better?
I'll give it a little go, I suppose.
Sure.
Sure.
If you want, I can try it first. It's probably going to have less of an effect on me anyway. You know, what with the...
Okay.
It cuts to Rome just guzzling this stuff down.
I'll get to you in a minute because you're swimming in it. So do you basically
We'll both try it.
You go up and start supping
Depending
and
on how
drinking it. It is cool and fresh. There is almost a little bit of a, not like a spice, but like a bit of a twang to it, like a citrusy kind of spicy fizzing on the tongue. But it's very refreshing, very clear. The two of you, you can only benefit from this once a day, by the way. So once you've drunk it, like that's your, you've drunk it for the day. But you both gain, if I am correct,
corruption sickness.
You gain a +1 to ability checks, attack rolls, and saving throws for 24 hours. And if you cast spells, the first spell you cast when you've drunk this gets +1 to its DC, or to an attack roll if it's a ranged spell attack.
Very cool. And +1 to ability checks and saving throws, did you say, for the entire day?
Yeah.
Holy
For
shit.
24 hours, yeah.
Ability checks and saving throws, and that's
Yes.
it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and then +1 to the first spell save DC and a spell attack you make as well.
Amazing.
Okay.
And you feel invigorated and revitalized.
Oh, you're right, Xanthias. This is really good.
Right? I didn't think the what is that, the sparkle to it? That's kind of strange, but you get used to it. It's good.
It's weird. It's fizzy. It's not quite like blood, but it's a similar effect, I suppose.
Okay, well, if we, try and keep as much of this as we can, we should, you're right, we should potion this up.
Gruff will take a little sip as well before
Great, yeah.
the
you
rowaning
feel-
happens.
Yeah, you feel the same thing. You feel that kind of like fizzing, like, refreshing, and there's that element of spice. And then, like you feel like there's power surging in you. Xanthias, the effect is a little bit more prominent for you. You really like this water.
This is good water.
Yeah, that's the nicest water you've ever had in your life.
I mean, it's okay, but it's...
No, I mean, the like you said, the fizz, it's really good. Did you taste like the little bit of citrusy in there? I think I might have a little bit more, actually.
Can I talk to Nim in my head and be like, I shouldn't drink this water, should I?
Little one, it would always be my advice to never drink strange things one finds. Your friend may have found magic within it, but that does not mean it is safe to drink. On campaign, the demons would often try and poison our water supplies and things like that. We would often go through rigorous purification rituals before we would ever drink anything we found in the wilds. I would advise you to do the same.
Daisy, you got to try this. This is fucking good water.
You're really making me actually not want to try it, Xanthias.
Okay, right.
It's the
You do you. More for me.
stuff.
Is Rowan swimming in it?
Rowan is stripped down to his leather undies that he got from the town.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you were there for that, but he went to a special shop and got leather underpants.
Yeah, Gruff was there
It
too.
was Dungeons and Dragons, right?
I believe it was something called
Something like that.
And he's dipping a toe in to see how cold it is.
It's quite cold because it's like a natural pond, so it's quite cold. Yeah.
Perfect. Cold
It's also
blood.
actually cauldrous, so it wouldn't be freezing cold. This wouldn't be like ice. It's not freezing cold. It's just like, yeah.
I wade in.
Yeah, you wade in, you start swimming around. It's like swimming in a little pond. You know, it's like a little,
A splash.
Yeah, you splash around. Does any go in your mouth? Do you drink any while you're swimming around?
I'm like,
okay, great. You get the exact same effect as these guys, basically.
Amazing.
Backstrokes.
Yeah.
Butterfly, kicking around. I dive under.
Sure, great. Yeah, dive under. It's the golden tint. It's not foggy, like you can see the bottom and stuff you swim around. It's just like a little natural. You probably would notice, because Rowan, you're quite attuned to the natural world. There's like, you get the sense that this is being fed by some sort of underground source, like the actual water itself, because otherwise it's just a pond in the middle of nowhere.
I want to try and swim deep then.
It's too small. Like you can see that there are cracks like in the bottom, and that's where the water's coming in from. And it's probably just filled like a natural basin that was here, and then the earth is built up over time and stuff like that. But yeah,
probably stagnant. Cool.
Swim back up.
Yeah, you swim back up. Yep. Lovely and fresh, and you feel great. And yeah, it said you get that same energizing vitality. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
You look positively radiant, Rowan.
Am I glowing?
You are.
Perfect. With that, we are going to take our break.
Oh yeah.
I would love to keep playing, but we do have to take a break. Just gonna
some water.
Just making some notes to myself about these things. Don't worry, guys.
We're turning into frogs.
But yeah, lovely stuff. We'll see you in 5 minutes, and see you in part 2. Bye, everybody.
Everything will be fine.
Welcome back to part 2, everybody.
Thank you.
Our party had finished gathering up the treasures that they had found inside the ruin of the Ashen Citadel, including a coat of useful items, now adorned by Daisy Thistleheart. The party gathered up their supplies and their new friends, Penelope and Baranth, and they've set off in pursuit of the miners' camp, where apparently Penelope and the Lady Verathera and the entourage encountered Sir Eldrak Ignis the night they're looking for, and hoping that maybe they can find some clues or some more information there.
Yeah, dog.
Along the way, they found a bizarre golden pool with some deer grazing nearby, and after investigating the pool, Xanthias determined that there was something inherently magical about it, and that it might be some sort of boon to one drink it, and so thus they have gathered up several water skins, and a few people have tried it. Although Nim, the celestial spirit that works as symbiotic with Daisy, seems to be rather cautious about it and has advised
I'm not
to
going to
drink.
drink it. I'm going to pour it out.
Okay, sure. Yeah. Oh, of your water skin?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like seeing Xanthias be way too enthusiastic about it.
Yeah,
And
so-
knowing all we do about like crown steel and stuff, I think Daisy's just going to be like.
So for Gruff,
crown steel.
Rowan, and
not a
Ophelia, it is nice water. It's very crisp. It's clear. It doesn't taste or seem fouled in any way.
Lovely.
And in fact, there is that kind of like element of spiciness or citrusness to it. But for Xanthias, this is the best thing you have ever drunk.
I'm not
He's
like
just in the pool going.
I'm not like overly obsessive with
like
it
a gecko.
or being like weird with it. It's just good.
It's just
water.
good. Yeah, it's just good.
Man, that's
Tasty.
Yeah.
Good.
If voice in head says no, do that.
I'm going to drink my own energizing
that's some
liquid.
good
Not
squishy.
sponsored. Hashtag not sponsored.
But if you'd like to.
No.
Become celestial.
I don't want that. No.
No, I don't want
Red
that.
Bull gives you celestial wings.
Crown still gives you wings. But yeah, so what's the plan here, guys? You fill up the water skins, you've had a lovely drink.
Little Wade. I'm
The
good.
deer have run off.
Have we marked this on the map just so we can come back and
Oh,
bottle
that's
it
a
up later?
good idea. That is a really good idea. Yes, just southeast of the Ashen Citadel.
Okay,
This
put a
place
big
right
X there, and maybe a coin sign.
A coin?
Lots of coins.
Oh,
coins.
because for all the money
All
we're going to
the
make from
money,
this.
yes.
Yes, that's a really good idea. I'll do exactly that.
All right.
Brilliant.
Okay. And anything else, or do you want to head off after this? After you've marked the location.
We scared off the deer, so that's probably for the best.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
Penelope
there,
made
there.
me feel really bad about it. Everyone made me feel really bad about it.
Yeah, well, we've got to be nice and understand, that people have differing opinions.
I don't think that's a good idea at all.
We've got enough money from the place we were at, and a beautiful deer, very beautiful, 2 of them, very nice.
Yes, yeah. The most beautiful deers.
Most beautiful deers.
never seen deer like these in the world. They're the most perfect, beautiful deer.
Everybody tells me.
I get told that the hunter god is not even real. Don't believe what they say. It's not a real god.
Yes.
They deserve to live.
Okay, fine. All right. I agree. Okay, good.
There's money on legs.
Everyone back on the wagon.
Everyone
Gruff is
on the
on the wagon.
I'm probably
Rodri is
already on the
like,
wagon.
you know, he's doing that dad thing of like,
Come on.
Slap legs.
Slapping his legs, right? Time to go.
traffic's gonna be awful.
You guys
Yeah, we want to miss the rush.
head off. You travel, and it is not quite sundown, not quite sunset, but getting into later evening. As you come across and you begin to approach, to Penelope and Barenth point out. Penelope's like, yeah, it was somewhere around here, up in the hills. They had like a little camp. They were beginning to set things up around here, so we're getting close now. But keep your eyes out if you see anything. So it begins sort of taking you on. It doesn't take long before you guys see up ahead, nestled in this valley of sort of sloping hills and things like that, a cave system, like a series of hills with little cave mouths and things like that. And you clearly see signs of a camp, but it comes as you approach it, you see very well-equipped guards who are sort of behind makeshift barricades, and they draw these bizarre-looking weapons, which you guys would recognize as being these kind of new firearms. This is like a new thing in the Empire, where they've begun to manufacture this thing called dragon powder, which is like an explosive powder. It's kind of cauldron and Suncrest styles mainly. They have these muskets, and you can see that they wear swords on their belts. They're wearing really fine chainmail and tabards with some sort of sigil on them. This one appears to be like a trident-like fork on like a long stem. And they bring these muskets up, and you just hear this strong voice like, "Halt! Who are you? What do you want? This is private property."
We are just travelers coming here. Actually, we wanted to speak to you about someone who may have come to your camp recently.
Kind of hear like a few of the guards kind of mutter to each other, and you can see behind them there are these elaborate, very quite nice looking tents that have been erected, and you can see tables and mining equipment has all been laid out, and there are people hustling and bustling all over the place. And one of the guards will just announce, and he'll kind of say, make a perception check if you want to hear what they're saying, because they're kind of whispering to each other.
So everyone?
Anybody who wants to. Anybody who thinks their character would be trying to strain their ears to try and hear.
Natural 20.
24, natural 20, easily.
17.
17. Yeah, I'm going to say actually, 17 is probably not enough because they're whispering.
0.
0. So, Gruff, I imagine that this is maybe in terms of this is how I would visually, it'd probably be like Nim helping enhance your senses, because you are hearing them whispering, but you hear it very clearly, Daisy. And for Gruff, this is the Leonin, this is your animal hearing. This is your unnatural kind of bestial instincts you pick up on this conversation. And they sort of whisper, well, they don't look like the ones that attacked us earlier. It should be fine. Go send word to the head. Go send words to the executives. Let's have them decide. We're not paid to do that. We're not paid to make these decisions.
Hey, what are they saying? Are they gonna shoot us?
They've been attacked by someone.
Oh.
All right, just stay there. We're going to inform our employer that you're here to meet with them, and we'll await their answer.
If it helps, my name is Griffith. Hello, I'm Griffith of Tremoro, and I'm a knight-errant of the Circle of the Order of the Loyal Hounds. We're here looking for Sir Ignis Eldrak.
By the way.
You don't. I don't think I need a roll for that. He'll just say. The guard will say your words say well, knight errant, if that is what you are. But we do need to check with our employer first. But if everything seems fine, that shouldn't be a problem.
Understandable.
Yes, thank you for your candor. And he'll sort of just wait. And they're not pointing these guns at you, they're not pointing these muskets, but they keep them ready. And you can see that actually a few more of them have been pulled in from maybe other places around the camp, and they're forming up in case there is an attack, basically.
Okay.
It's kind of tensions are a bit high. They're quite wary, but they're very well trained. You get the sense that they're not panicked, they're not afraid. They're just this could be an attack. Let's be ready. But they send off. One of them goes running off into a tent nearby. They come back maybe 5 minutes later. And you see, like, Penelope and Baranth are sort of huddled behind you because Penelope's a bit too nervous and Baranth doesn't seem to take front action. Like, he doesn't seem to be the one to sort of act first. And eventually, a pair of individuals come out of the tent following this mercenary and come up to their little palisade wall that they've built, and it's made out of like crates and barrels and tarps and rocks that they've piled like sticks and sharpened stakes on. Quite hastily built, it looks like. And you see two figures arrive. One, they're both dwarven in stature and size, but one of them, she has completely bright gold skin, and she has ram horns, like a tiefling's ram horns, and a tail, like a little kind of wispy, forked, like little demon devil tail. She is wearing a like tight black leather bodysuit with like a leather jacket over it, and there's like rose motifs embossed into the thing. And you can see that she wears like dark makeup, and she has dark straight black hair with like a full blunt like cut at the bottom. Her eyes are pitch black with just the tiniest purple glow at the center of them. So she's very clearly a tiefling.
Damn.
The figure next to her looks very similar in terms of facial features, but is a dwarf, is just a normal, dwarf, not a tiefling.
Sure.
He is they're both in their sort of late 20s-ish, or what would appear to be for a dwarf is in their late 20s-ish, like for a human. He has long, thick, dark brown hair streaked with like golden blonde bits, like Adolin from the Stormlight Archives, he's
actual gold, like...
it's like golden blonde, yes, like golden blonde hair, right? But it's streaked through.
Not like drinking from the
No.
lake.
No. And he has a short beard, well, very similar, like dark brown, but like little flecks of golden blonde.
Okay.
His earth skin, which is the metal protrusions, are shaped as hooped rings in his arms, and he hangs rich silks from them. He has a septum piercing and earrings that match his earth skin loops, and he wears a fine sort of tunic with a big open, deep V at the front, and you can see like a thick plume of the same dark brown golden hair popping up, and then he has with a leather jacket over that as well, and tall boots, and he kind of has a little bit of like his outfit's a little bit archaeologist Indiana Jones, but then he has just this like romantic like ruffled shirt at the front as well. Dope. He kind of has a little bit of Gale from Waterdeep energy in his like his hair and stuff as well.
I love both of them.
Yeah, here I was thinking we were the main characters of the story. We just found them.
We're just in their world.
Yeah.
Listen, I get to make all the main characters I want.
Hey, cool as hell.
But yeah, they kind of approach and they kind of look over, and you'll hear one of them say, it's fine, Captain. I recognize the young green woman and the tall wooden fellow. They are the ones that came with the Lady Dragon. Oh, no, they should be fine. They're not like the others. No. Yes, come in, please.
Oh, good. Okay. Maybe, Penelope, you want to take the lead here? Or...
No.
Okay, let's just go forward.
But I do recognize him. Him and the other one, they're sort of owners, I think. They're the ones who lead this kind of operation.
Right, okay. All right.
But you Lady Verathera spoke to him. I'm not very good at talking to nobody.
No, that's okay. All right, let's...
And she sort of like hides behind you as you guys make your approach. The two dwarves, like the man like comes out and he's big smile and he like offers his hand. He's like, sorry about that at the gate. We've been attacked recently and we weren't sure if you were with them or if maybe you were some sort of trick or something like that. And he comes up and he offers his hand. He's Kuro Kincaid Gildenvow at your service.
Fuck off. What? Fuck off.
Kuro, 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 Kincaid, Gildenvow. Kincaid is Kincaid. Gildenvow.
Oh my god, okay.
But call me Kuro.
Kuro, okay. Kuro, nice to meet you. Xanthias.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. He looks around, looking for introductions.
I am Sister Ophelia Delarosa of the House of Blood.
Oh, and he like just takes your hand and like kisses the top of it.
Flattered. Wonderful.
It's just like, of course, a pleasure. Pleasure to meet a sweet lady out here.
Who is your tailor, by the way?
I got this from a place in Kelskaris, actually. Beautiful.
I must say,
place.
your taste, your fashion taste is wonderful.
Sister, look at this. We got somebody who finally appreciates our lifestyle around here. Yeah, she seems pretty good, actually, brother. Yes, very well. She'll look around and be like, my brother's a bit more of a chatter than I am. I'm Jason Gildenval.
Jason, wonderful to meet you too.
How spell?
Jae-SUUN. Jason. Jason. Gildenval. Not Jason, Jason.
Hey, Ree, how did we name our spore character?
I don't want to know.
Okay, all right.
I don't want to know.
It's not like that.
Okay.
I think it's JA''ASUN.
Yeah.
Jason.
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah, this is Jason.
Sorry, not to take away from that.
Yes. And she'll sort of around, and yeah, like Kura will come around and be like, hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you.
Hello, I'm Rowan.
Nice to meet you, Rowan. Nice to meet you. And you must be the knight errant that the guard told me about.
Oh, yes. Hello. My name is Griffith of Tremoro, Knight Errant of the Order of the Loyal Hounds and Oathkeeper.
Fancy business.
Work on that.
No, I thought I'd
You
give it a
recently
try.
won in a
What about you, young miss?
I'm Daisy. Hi.
Nice to meet you, Daisy. Please call me Koro. Yeah, me and my sister, we run this operation. We work for Shiroka Earthworks. We run this little operation. Yes, Shiro, Shiroka, Shiroka Earthworks.
Earthworks. It sure does.
I sure hope.
Right, that's great. We've definitely never heard that one.
You know a thing or two about Earth, don't you, Rowan?
I do.
So
I love
much.
the ground.
Great. I mean, we love digging in it, especially if it's got gold and gems and metals and things like that inside.
And this area's rich in gold and...
Well, let's have that conversation. Let's have that conversation inside. You guys want a drink, any refreshments, some food, anything like that?
Whoa.
I think we're pretty refreshed for the moment.
Well, not too bad, thank you.
All right, no, but
Whatever you offer me will pale in comparison. Yes, no, I think it's good if we catch up inside.
Yes, absolutely. He'll turn around and be like, Captain, great work. Thank you very much. Let's keep a close eye out in case any of those freaks come back. All right? Yes, very good, sir. Very good. Not a problem. You know that we're at your service.
Yes.
Would they be people
We've-
who have ashen things?
That's right. Yeah, you've encountered them. You've been attacked on the road as well.
We have. Reclaimers, I believe they call themselves.
You spoke to them.
Well, we heard them before we...
Yes, we went to a ruin and there was Penelope here and Baranth.
Yeah, I was going to say
in distress. They were kidnapped and we rescued them.
You rescued, but not the Lady Dragon. She wasn't there with them.
No, she was taken elsewhere.
No, they took her away, mister. Like, you see Penelope just like, It's like, oh, that's pretty bad news. He looks, you see Kuro kind of glances at Jason and they sort of like share a look between the two of them. And he's like, all right, let's have this conversation inside the tent. And he looks around and he looks, and you can see that now you've moved up into their camp. There is a cave entrance that that other people are coming and going in from. And you see a number of dwarves, men and women, who have like tool belts and they've got like maps and scrolls and like, boards that they're writing on. And then there's a bunch of workers of all different ancestries, humans, halflings, tieflings, dwarves, like everything. But there is definitely a kind of a rank of dwarves who seem to be like the main overseers of what's going on, and they're directing teams of diggers and things like that, and laborers and constructors to go in and do stuff. And there's quite a hustle and bustle about this place. Just as you're being led into quite a very well-decorated tent, thick rugs, beautiful wooden chairs. You can see that there's, a sort of bucket of ice with something chilled inside, fresh fruit and all this kind of stuff. You hear a deep kind of and a rumbling in the ground. And Rowan, you feel it as some sort of blast happens somewhere and the ground shakes a little bit. But nobody else seems to be that bothered about it.
No one outside of us, you mean?
Outside of you guys, yeah. Jason will be like, oh, sorry about that. Just some of the construction and digging going on. But nothing to worry about.
That happens often?
Well, yeah, that's how we're expanding to build out the mine that we're hoping to build here.
I see, okay.
I was worried there'd be more of those, with the giant bug thing.
The Vault Spawn.
No, the Vault Spawn, in...
Cryptid.
Burnell,
yes, the big...
Yes.
The big bug thing.
Oh, wait, it's not our first mine, you see.
I'm going to spend a fate point.
Okay.
Oh, what were they called again? I can't remember the name of them.
Bellamorphs.
Bellamorphs, that's the one.
Disgusting creature.
Kuro's like, I've heard of them. Yeah, a lot of the times we've had workers have to go in there. That's why we hire really good mercenaries, because you never know when you do some of these digs. You uncover a pack of those things, they're a nightmare.
They're disastrous.
They're bad for the bottom line, let me tell you that. They eat gold and profits and gemstones and all the like. So yeah, they're a real nuisance.
Oh, did you hear what happened in Burnell?
No, I can't say we did. We've been out here in the hills for a few weeks now.
Well,
Why don't you tell them, Xanthias?
well, I can't remember.
Someone dug too deep and too greedily.
There was a mine that was overrun by these Bellamorph things.
That's a real shame.
They were using some sort of artifact to.
An artifact? What kind of artifact? To dig or something like that?
Oh, it was carving away at the earth.
And it was stolen, and there was a whole thing. There was a lot.
Who stole it? Sounds exciting.
It was.
Well,
we were on the case, so to speak.
Did you get this artifact back? Do you have it now?
It was taken again.
It was taken, unfortunately. But those actions gained us quite the reputation in Ashen Rest.
Oh, I see.
You're looking at heroes. What can I say?
All right. Well, I mean, maybe they're the people we need to talk to, brother. I mean, it sounds like, well, maybe we can help in some way. I don't know, but
Well,
pleasure
we're
to have
now
you
on a
here.
quest from the daughter of Archduke Ignis. Not Ignis, Ignarius. Duke Ignarius himself.
He gets his names mixed up every now and
Yeah,
then.
Archdragon and Duke Ignaris, they're very different things. Yep. Yeah. They seem impressed by it. They lead you in.
So maybe you can help us, maybe.
Yeah, they send for some people to bring some extra chairs in. Kura goes over and he pours himself a glass of chilled wine from this bottle that's in the thing. What? Did you change your mind about the refreshments? I'm happy.
I mean, I didn't know there was wine on offer.
Yes,
Do you
of
mind?
course.
Would it be okay?
Yes, of course. And he pours you out a glass.
Thank you kindly.
And you see he takes a sip from it.
What a bouquet.
Yes, and he, there's fresh fruit and things in here, and he takes a seat, and you can see that he sits behind a desk covered in paperwork and maps and surveys and, all sorts of business, and he's got, different, almost rock samples, and he's got them with, examining tools and glass tools and things like that. It looks like a pretty professional setup that they've got here, really sort of, set in. And he's like, well, I mean, how can we help? What can we do for you? What are you here for?
We're looking for Sir Eldrak Ignis.
Right, the Red Dragon Knight. Yeah. We sent word to Ashen Rest. We're out here surveying the land for maybe I should explain a little bit about what the Shiraka Earthworks does, just to get you a bit of context.
Okay.
We, originally we were from a family from Gildai, but we left that behind and we set up a little corporation, a little company, and we go around and we survey areas looking for resources. And if we find something that we think is of value, we reach out to the local draconic noble and we say, hey, listen, we'll take care of this for you. We'll excavate, we'll dig it out, and we'll split the percentages with you. We take a small cut in exchange and we provide those services to the Duke. And it's worked out, the dragon, it's worked out very good for us.
Very savvy.
It's very savvy. And, we have experience, being dwarves, we have a natural connection to the earth and we can sense, when there are, there might be resources nearby and stuff like that. So it's a good way of us working to go with that. And we've got a good connection of mercenaries to act as guards because the Bellamorphs and bandits and all this kind of stuff, Vault Spawn, we deal with all the time. We have to deal with that kind of stuff. But, and then we also have laborers that we work with, and we operate all across the empire. Adventuring types like you, maybe you don't work with many mining corporations, but the Shiraka Earthworks, we're a small part of a bigger organization. And so we were digging, we're surveying this area in the hopes that maybe we find something that we could go to your Duke Ignarius and say, listen, we found this out in this area. We don't know why, we didn't know why nobody had been out here before. We thought this is a great hill land. Hills are great places to find resources. We were wondering, why is nobody out here digging? Why is nobody doing nothing? We come out here, we start examining, searching around. That's when we found the caves with the armor in. We found this beautiful pieces of armor, and we recognized the crest of North Vale. One of my guys, he's a sort of a historian, and he said I think we got something here. So we sent it to the Duke, and the next thing we know of, days later, this Sir Eldrak Ignis, Knight of the Realm, he comes by, he's asking us about it, where we found it, can we show him? we take him to the caves where we found it. We say, hey, this is where we found it. And we left him to it. And that was the last time we saw him. We haven't seen him since.
He didn't go deeper into the caves?
Oh, no, he did. Yeah, that's it. But I
Okay.
mean, that wasn't our business. We had searched those caves. There wasn't any gemstones or minerals or anything like that in there. So, he just wanted to, it was something about this armor. He said he was searching for something. Said that the person whose armor it was had something real important that he had to find.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And you haven't seen him leave the cave at all? He's just been in there?
Well, we
ever
didn't
since?
stick around. I gotta
Right.
be honest with you, Mr. Xanthius. We didn't stick around. We've got work to do. We moved on. We move on. We didn't see, he's a knight of the realm. He doesn't need our help. He doesn't need our protection, right? It's we go off doing our business. A few days later, we're starting to set up here. We found a great supply of, we got copper, we got gold, we got silver all nearby, we got gemstones in this area. We figured, great, we got a real, literal gold mine, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And we start working on it. And then these freaks, they attack our camp. They try to take us hostages. They're trying to kill us. Black smeared all over their face, but they're well trained. They're good guards, but, we don't skimp on security.
Oh, no.
So
I see, yes.
our guys, we fend them off. We fight back, and I don't think they're expecting us to. We got the dragon powder weapons, we got things like that, and yeah, they leave us alone. They haven't touched us since, but we figured that something must be going on around here.
And when did they attack you?
It was about how long ago was it, sis? And you see Jason. Jason, she kind of looks over. Must have been about maybe 5-6 days ago, something like that.
Right.
And how far is this cave where you found the armor from here?
Oh, from here? Whoa, let me have a look-see here. Let me check my maps. Oh, it's maybe about 3 days to the east. Let's say about 3 days east.
We have a map, actually. Do you mind marking?
Yeah, pass it here and I'll mark it on for you. No problem.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Of course. So you're looking for this knight or something like that?
That's
Oh, yes.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, he's gone missing.
That's real interesting.
Yeah, isn't it just? Yes, and we got it from the Duke himself. Lady Amberissa.
Hey, yes.
They said he's
Put a
been
big
gone
A
for-
there for armor.
Ah, right. Good idea. Oh, okay. Oh, so 3 days, but that is traveling over.
Gone through the hills and things
Through
like
the hills,
that. Yeah,
yes.
A
exactly.
bit more treacherous.
Right.
They
Gotcha.
said he's been gone for quite a long time now. Wasn't it a couple of weeks, I think?
Well, it must have been, what did he come over? It was about 10, 12 days ago, something like that he first came to us, Like I said, we've been out here for a while. We've been searching these hills,
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty weird stuff.
It is weird.
There's a side to that. Obviously, we rescued Penelope and Baranth.
Right.
They were with Lady Verathera.
The Green Dragon, yeah, we met her briefly. Yeah.
I believe what you call the freaks, I believe they're called the Reclaimers.
Right. Yeah, you said that before.
I think they may have taken Lady Verathera somewhere as well.
By saints and scions, that ain't good.
Yeah.
As he says that, there is another.
Oh, again. Okay. That's very, very common. Okay.
Oh yeah, we're trying to clear out as much as we can. There's a lot of just dead rock that we gotta blast through to start
Right.
opening up caves and things like that. We found this is the quickest way to doing it. So, when that happens, you can see that Baranth, really is. Something is he's not okay. Something is going on with this plant figure. When those explosions happen, he retreats and all of his leaves not wilt but they droop, and he's struggling with something. And Penelope's looking around really even more anxious than she was previously.
The Reclaimers, when they attacked you, did you get any indication of what they were hoping to achieve in taking over the camp, or was it simply just violence?
You know what? They didn't talk much. They were saying some sort of nonsense. I'll be very honest with you, Mrs. Xanthius. Me and my sister, we can handle ourselves in in a tavern fight or something like that. But as soon as I knew that it was serious, we put ourselves behind the nearest barrier and I let my guards do the work. But if you want to talk to the captain, I'm sure he'd be happy to answer any questions.
I'm sure it wouldn't hurt. It's just we've encountered them before, and they were very concerning to us. I think it's something we'd like to look deeper into.
Sure, if you want to ask any of my people here, we're more than happy for you to do that. I'd suggest, if I may, don't go into the mines just because right now they're very unstable with the explosives with us doing the digging. I wouldn't necessarily let you go in there.
Can't imagine we would.
Yeah, no, I don't imagine so. But you know, because we got workers down there and stuff like that. But yeah, you're more than happy to talk to any of the guards up here. The captain, I'd suggest you go and speak with Captain Nathaniel. He's my main guy. He's the leader of this little troop. Have a chat with him. Yeah, I can't. If you got any other questions, Jason, is there anything you want to add into this? Well, I can't think of anything. No, I think. I mean, it sounds like you guys. Sounds like you've dealt with these fine people have dealt with troubles like this before. I mean, we would certainly, if you could get rid of these reclaimers. I mean, that would be great news. That'd be great business for us. I mean, it's gonna be. We were gonna send word to the Duke that there was these. We thought they were like bandits or something. So we were gonna come and send him to send the army and come clear them out. You know, we got a valuable mine here. It's gonna be great for his treasury, for his hoard. So
It's probably a good idea anyway to send word to the Duke, especially because he might be interested that they seem to have some connection to Galvasar, his
right.
an enemy.
A connection to what? The old trader tyrant, Galvasar?
Yes, they seem to have some belief that they are descendants or have some connection to him, and he's the true emperor, the true leader of this area.
Yeah, you see Kuro makes like the sign of Pyrrhus over his heart, and he's like, Saints and Scions, that's bad news. I didn't realize that they were that. We thought that they were just bad. We thought that they were just trying to rob us. That's real bad news. We can't be dealing with that. All right, no, you're right, Knight Errant. Absolutely, Sir Gruffith. I'll have one of my scribes. He'll draft up a message, and I'll put it on my best writer. We'll send them out to send word to Ashen Rest.
Definitely mention the word Galvasar, the name Galvasar.
Absolutely. So, and reclaimers, you called them?
That's what they call themselves.
I'll put that in the letter. Maybe the Duke's got people that know about this kind of stuff.
Possibly.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if you're looking for extra work, I mean, I'll happily take you on. If you're looking for extra guard time, or if you're looking for this night, I'm sure you got business, but I'll pay you if you want to work here and do some guard.
Well, I mean, we are going to be delving, I suppose, into this cave that Eldrak has found himself wandering into.
Sure.
Is there any indication of what we might be able to find down there? You said it was cleared out, but any...
Well, we did. Well, it wasn't cleared out. We didn't find any, because we're dwarves, we can sense if there is, valuable materials and things like that nearby, and we didn't get that. We used magic. We couldn't sense anything that we'd be interested in. But there's definitely a cave system there, and, there's running water. There's some sort of underground water system. We think that a lot of the caves in this area are connected by some sort of underground river system or something like that, maybe dug out years ago. But we couldn't find anything that interested us, so we left it alone. We didn't touch it.
The corrupting tendrils of Galvasar
Oh, I see, yes.
than
The veins of Darunak.
Yes.
Yes,
This is more of a natural occurrence.
I see.
How caves are formed normally, through water erosion.
Interesting.
He just sort of, that's what he says. JC would just say, you've just got here. Definitely take a minute, take your feet off. We've got a lovely camp here. I'd love to hear more about these stories, about the Bellamorphs that you guys fought before. If you had any other adventures, but I'd love to hear more about that.
Oh boy, would you like them to song?
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
Well, I'll provide a background accompaniment while the rest of us retell the
Oh,
story.
I can have some lunch brought up if you guys are hungry. We can make some, get some food up here.
Well, that would save our rations at least.
Of course, it's the least we can do. I mean, it sounds like you're doing some noble work here.
I noticed Penelope and Baranth looking a little unnerved.
Tubbed.
I'm like, you guys okay?
Penelope's just like, I don't know. There's something that rumbling. I don't know what they're doing here, but it doesn't feel very good. I gotta be honest, Mr. Rowan. I'm not sure. I appreciate that I accidentally gave these dwarves New York accents. I did not intend to.
Right.
Hopefully, I won't have to jump between them too much. Baranth, sort of, it is wrong. Altheya is angry. It does not like what these dwarves are doing.
Can I insight check
Sure.
dwarf?
What on and in what way?
Just feel like they're being very come in, let us be best friends.
Sure.
Don't go in the mine though.
Sure.
And then they're not fans of what's
Sure.
Can I use fate?
Yeah, absolutely you can. One spent.
I never think to insight.
There's only a 12.
12. You get the sense, I'll tell you this. you can easily pick up on these people are very business minded, and if anything, maybe they don't want you going in the mine because they just don't want you messing up their business opportunity. You know, and it seems like maybe it's in their interest.
Use the fate.
You didn't roll the fate.
Plus 4 something or
16. 16. Yeah, you get the sense that they care very much about their business, and maybe there's a worry that you're going to mess something up, or you're going to do something like that. You're not really sure. In terms of body language, you would know that, like, Kuro is just all smiles. Like, he seems genuine, and like maybe he's like casting glances, especially at like Xanthias and Ophelia, who like he seems to have like that kind of like, yeah, you guys get it. Like, you know, there's a kind of like repertoire of like, oh, the fine clothes, the compliments, the way that Xanthias, like, you speak in a certain way, and he's connecting with them on that kind of socialite level. Jason is definitely like the more quiet one. She like keeps at the back, and like, but she really wants to hear Rowan's story about what happened in Burnell.
Okay.
I guess while you're doing that, I'm also sort of continuing the conversation with them as well. Like, I'm surprised to hear that this place, so rich in resources, is, I mean, not being mined already.
We thought the exact same thing. I mean, we're not from here. I don't know if there's some historical. I mean, I heard that there was a battle.
History of the Ash Hills.
Yeah, I mean, I know that there was a battle here, but
well,
why would nobody not come here and you know, mine it and search for resources?
Well, I mean, you've seen the wildlife and the way the plants grow here, the water, the earth, everything is touched in some way by something curious. Are you seeing any effect of that inside the caves?
I gotta be honest, our interest is more in what's underneath the earth than the plants and the creatures and things like that. I'm not a zoologist. I don't particularly pay much attention to that stuff, Mr. Xanthias. I can't say I noticed it. Is there something wrong with this place? You make it sound like something. You make it sound like there's something wrong here.
Well, I mean, not necessarily wrong as such, just different, enhanced, or...
Magic seems a little different here, yeah. It's stronger somehow.
But, I mean, are you seeing any of that in the minerals that you're picking out of this ground?
No,
or?
Can't say at all. I mean, everything seems great. You know, like I said, there's, it's a plenty, rich and abundant different resources, like I said.
Okay. And these explosions we've been hearing, you're just trying to open up new caverns.
Yeah, just a new mining technique. We use the dragon powder, small condensed explosive charges to blow open some of the, I don't know if you've ever worked in a mine before, Mrs. Xanthias, but it's back-breaking work, and we try and provide a good life for the laborers and the people that we have here, and if we can save them a week's digging by blowing open a cavern and forming some natural places for us to start looking for veins and things like that, hey, that's great. It stops my guys breaking their necks.
I know a place where you could probably acquire workers that don't need rest or feeding.
Well, that sounds very ominous, Sister Ophelia. What do you...
Oh, it's not ominous. I'm just saying if you were ever interested in just a new perspective, just say I have ways of making things a little bit easier for the more manual, labor-intensive workers.
Well, that's very interesting, but I mean... Is it expensive? Is this kind of thing? What are we talking about here?
Expensive. It doesn't cost you anything monetarily, I suppose.
That sounds great to me.
I know, right?
That sounds perfect. I mean,
what's that name again?
I'm just saying, if you ever come to Ashen Rest, I have a little temple, and I worship the Grave Father.
Does he know the Grave Father? What's that? I've never heard of the Grave. Jason, you know what a Grave Father is? I can't say I've ever heard of it. It's not one of the saints. Maybe it's some cauldron thing. I don't know.
Oh no, it's from Osseous.
Osseous? Where's that? That's not in the Empire.
We're from across the ocean.
Oh right, you're foreigners. You're not from the Empire.
I'm not. No.
Oh goodness me, no. I've never heard of anything about it. I gotta say, like we grew up. we grew up quite poor. We were taken in by the company, and we were raised in that, and so we haven't had much of an education beyond what we do for a living. Let's put it that way.
Sounds oddly familiar. Your childhood. So I'd say mine doesn't branch too differently from your path.
Well, sounds very curious. I mean, I'm interested.
If you ever come to
I must say
Ashen
though, I'm a very dedicated man to the Sionist faith. I'm not looking for no new gods or anything like that. I'm a religious man. I say my prayers. I do my rituals.
Of course. Just if you're ever in Ashen's Rest, just come to the enticing devil. I have a temple. I can tell you more.
Tyria's Rest.
Tyria's Rest.
Tyria's Rest. I'm sorry. We're still
Recently,
working on the
the new branding.
new brand.
Right. I will make a note of that, and if we're ever in town, I'll let you know. Yeah, absolutely.
Good job. Anyway, I think.
He has no clue what you're talking about.
Well, I think we can go speak with the captain of the guard. What was his name again?
Nathaniel, Captain
Nathaniel.
Yes.
Okay. See if we can. What's wrong, Rowan? You have a confused look on your face.
Oh, just, yeah, it'd be good to... I think Penelope and Barat would like a bit of fresh air.
Okay.
Not used to the caves, so I'll escort them outside 1 second while you wrap this up.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah.
Come with me, Penelope and Barat. Get you away from this.
Yeah, he will. So as you're doing that, as you're sort of like leading them away, he will just say to you, like, yeah, Captain Nathaniel, he's the captain of the Mermaid's Folly Mercenary Company. They're just outside, small company, but very efficient. Baranth will follow you just like instinctively, like he's like sort of almost like disorientated, like it's like he's in a crowded room, but you can't hear it. And Penelope's just like nervous, so she just sort of follows. She's like, yeah, sure, I'll follow you, Mr. Rowan. And she kind of like bounces along with you. Baranth, when he gets outside, like his face, you can't really tell his expression because he just has like wood face with eyes and a mouth. But he like looks to that cave mouth, like where the miners are coming in and out. This is not right. It is painful to the progenitor.
The progenitor?
Altheya, the one who is the land.
Huh. Right. Sorry that it's been hurt at the moment. It seems like it's not out of ill will, just out of naivety.
All I know is that the Earth is angry.
Is it likely to retaliate?
I do not know. I can hear, I can feel, but I do not have the power to speak to the spirit that is here.
Oh.
It is hard to put things in a way that your mortal lives can understand.
See, we are naive. And people of the land, they don't often see the way you do. You cannot connect with the land like Penelope does. And so we harvest. And we don't feel their pain.
This is not unfamiliar to me, but it is as the great thunder beast does not notice the mosquito that takes small bites, tiny drops. It is unbothered by this. But this, Baranth looks to the cave. It is like an axe driven deep into its flesh. It feels this.
I will do my best to communicate this to them, but I fear that it will not stop them.
Then there will be consequences to their actions.
Well, all we can do is tell them, and then it's their responsibility.
It is your world.
Our world.
Yes, if that is easier for you to understand.
Yep.
Puts like a big branchy hand on your shoulder.
Oh.
You are a friend of Altheya.
Oh. Thank you. Altheya's got so many good stories.
Yes.
Okay. Well, lovely chat with you, Baranth. I'm always free. I'm gonna go tell them that they're angering the land.
That is wise. Wise counsel.
And if you're still wrapping up, I will go back in.
Sure.
So yes, I think what you're doing is a great idea. You know, got to get that coin, got to get that gold.
Well, that's it. We're from Gildai. That's what we're taught there. You're a gold dragonborn, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yes, well, I mean, you can see the golden scales.
Exactly. I'm sure you've. I'm not going to pry into your business. It's none of mine. But you know that there is trade and. Is what makes the world go round. Progress, more minerals, more resources. We can build greater things. We can have bigger cities. We can build new technologies that can make all of our lives.
A mercantile empire where the gold flows, life grows.
Indeed, very much, very wise, very wise. I think that, I can see you doing very well.
Thank you.
But yeah, you come back in, Rowan, as this conversation's kind of wrapping up.
Well, if we've all spoken, do you mind if I speak with you, Jay, soon?
Yes. I'm still waiting to hear your delightful story about the
And I will give
artifacts
you a
and
little
things.
tease, but there's something I wish to discuss.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Sure, follow you if you want to take it outside.
Hello, I'm Rowan.
Hi.
So, there's a growing concern. There are people that are very connected to the land and can feel the land. I am one of those.
Right.
I can feel the resonances. I know when the land is in pain.
Really?
Yes, and the stories that it's
Okay.
told, there is something wrong. The land here is growing in anger because of these new forces that you're wielding to explode the land. Baranth compared it to mosquitoes taking small bites versus an axe to the back.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that would piss somebody off, yeah.
I'm not saying that your entire business is in jeopardy or that you should shut everything down. That is an unreasonable request.
Right.
However, I am merely expressing my concern.
Okay, well, make a persuasion check for me.
Should I feint this?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, good.
19.
Oh,
thank God.
19. I am going to roll to see how resistive she is to this.
Fair.
So I'm going to
It's their
spend.
whole
I'm going to
life,
spend
right?
a fate dice,
Yeah.
which will burn them because we spend on basically the same action. So I will roll this with my d6. Okay. She looks at you, and it's very unnerving because she does have these pure black eyes with this tiny, purple light in them. And, she's a team gold skin, looks very different to her brother, but there's still similar features. And she sort of, nods, and she's like, okay, all right. You seem to know more about this. My brother and I and some of the other dwarves, we have a magic to detect minerals and to get a feel for the land and the stone around us. But clearly you and your walking tree there, you seem to have a deeper connection. So what's the danger? Are you saying that the Earth's going to do something? Is it going to attack us? Is it going to fight back? What are you saying here?
Yes. If things are disturbed to a certain extent, there is always a consequence. So, I worry for your workers, your miners, and your situation if you're not equipped to deal with the repercussions.
All right. I will talk to my brother, I'll let him know, and I'll take this seriously. It seems like you really believe this stuff, so we'll look into it. Maybe
I'm not
we can
here
go.
to tie myself to a rock and tell you to stop.
Oh, sure. But we'll look into it. But can I ask you something?
Sure, I'm an open book.
This artifact that you mentioned, the one that you said it could dig. You said that they were using it to dig out some mine and stuff like that, right?
Yes.
What was that? You said that you lost it. Did somebody take it?
It was already taken. It was stolen from a place of importance, and it was harnessed by the miners in Burnell, fearing that their mines were drying up.
Right.
They needed to go deeper.
Okay.
And this artifact was able to harness some sort of energy that would beam, a great powerful energy that would break away the rocks.
Okay.
And, the Hand of the Lightless Pilgrim, I think it was called.
And the lightless pilgrim.
Oh, good. Let's
Okay.
go.
No, we don't have it.
What happened to it? You said it was stolen from you?
It was taken by a bad person.
Who?
They're more of a demon.
A demon?
Yes.
What, do you mean like a tiefling like me, or do you mean a demon?
Hard to tell. They have powers beyond.
Okay. I mean, that sounds like some sort of devil or demon.
They appear, they disappear, they change shapes and forms, and they're very persuasive. Feels.
I mean, yeah, that sounds awful.
I think it was demon. I don't know.
Okay. Oh, did you fight this demon?
Oh, they were very tricksy, and they were hiding whilst we went all the way down to reclaim this artifact. They were lying in wait.
And how do those creatures factor into all of this?
The Bellamorphs.
Yeah.
The land was disturbed, hence my concern for you. They dug too deep. And too greedily.
Better than this.
And you stopped them? You helped them? And you said you had some sort of power to sense stuff like this? You can sense?
I can commune and resonate with the land around me.
That's a mighty gift.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's pretty good.
Okay. Well, listen, you know what? I will talk to my brother. Thank you very
Hey, you're
much.
not going to use this artifact, are you?
Well, it sounds like I can. If it's in the hands of a demon, what am I going to do? I can't get a hold of something like that.
What? You just seem very interested.
I am. I mean, I've always been very interested, in terms of, my brother's very religious, and he's very cautious. But, when you hear something that can dig and create things like that, obviously it's a good opportunity. But even if it's just to keep it out of maybe our competitors' hands, I like to know things. He turns his eye away from things that he doesn't want to see. So it's my job to keep an eye on the things that he doesn't want to look at. So it's just good to know about.
Well, you should really speak to Ophelia then, in which case, because the whole labor thing, they got that all figured out.
All right, maybe I will. Hey,
And you may not even need the artifact.
sure. This power of yours to connect and resonate,
Yeah.
could you use, if I took you down into the mine, could you use that to maybe understand a bit more about this, what we might be anchoring? Like maybe I could use that to convince my brother.
You know what? I think that would make Brandt feel better, so
Sure.
I would like to hear what the land has to say.
Sure. Do you want to come with me now?
Oh, do you mind if I tell my friends? They're probably worried about me.
If you feel like you need to, sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm going.
Okay.
Hello.
Oh, hey. Hey, Rowan, how's it going?
So,
Yeah.
had a little discussion, and I'm going to be going down the mine.
Really? Why?
Oh, just to see how the mine feels with all this blowing up going on.
How the mind
We're a little
feels.
worried that it's angering the land. You remember Burnell?
Oh, it's angering the land. Right. Okay.
So I'm going to make sure it's all okay, because I can sense these things. I don't know what's going to come to me. I don't have a choice, but I'll allow it to commune with me.
Okay. Baranth, was that your suggestion?
Yeah, Baranthus kind of stood to the side because you were having that conversation with Jason in private, and he would just say, "It was not my suggestion, but if Rowan can communicate with the earth and stone, convince it that these dwarves will cease the hacking with the axe, that could quiet its spirit.
As a spirit.
Hacking. That sounds rough.
Yeah.
Is that Jason? Is that okay if we?
I think, if I may, I'll take Rowan down myself because we know these mines, and I can take him down, and we can make sure that everything's all right, that nothing happens, and also it's a good reason I can tell our guys to stop with the explosives.
Okay. And do you remember the Bellamorphs, the sounds they made? If you hear
Yeah.
anything like that, I mean, stay away from it.
running.
obviously.
I'm
Yes.
going to be running right back.
Sure.
Worst case, we can steer you away from any dangers like that.
Oh, sure, yeah. I mean, I think it's just, yeah, we can go down there now if you want. I think.
Okay.
Rowan, are you okay going on your own, or do you want one of us to come with you?
Well, I always like company, but, I understand if it's tight or
I mean, it
whatever.
should be safe. I mean, there's no dangers down there. Our miners have been down there all fine, so
I've
it should
been
be
roaming
fine.
these lands for a long time on my own. I'm quite used to it. It's okay, Gruff. I appreciate your looking out for me as a knight errant. Check this out.
It's my
He
duty.
won in a tournament, by the way.
Hello.
Impressive stuff. I'm
Very
pleased to hear
impressive.
it. Yeah.
Just want you to know that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway.
Can I insight check Jason?
Sure can. Do whatever you want.
I'm gonna fate it as well.
Okay.
Can I, sleight of hand, detach my hand?
Sleight of
You can
hand.
try.
Sleight of detach hand.
21.
21. Mm-hmm. She's really difficult to read because the eyes, the golden skin, she's very good at she keeps very calm. Like there's no twitches, there's no weird glances. She seems to be concerned with everything. Like you don't get the sense that there's anything surreptitious going on, but there's also, I can't tell you for sure, like it's not, insight isn't lie detector, but she's not showing any signs of unsuspicious behavior. She doesn't she doesn't have weapons on her. Like she's got this black bodysuit, she's got a tool belt, but no scabbards or swords or she doesn't look like she'd be much of a threat. And she certainly isn't showing anything suspicious. But what was your sleight of hand?
Ooh, I shall roll that now.
Actually, no, I'll do this on passive perceptions.
Can I cast my whispers, please? On
Psychic Whispers. Yep.
on Rowan, Gruff, and I can only do one more person. So who wants?
Don't mind.
What's the range on it?
Xanthius? It's a mile, so he
Oh, wow,
might
okay.
not be able to stay within that if he's going. But
Depends
either
how
way.
far it is.
and it will be for 4 hours.
4 hours. What do we get on our passive perception? Not passive, but sleight of hand.
11.
11. Okay. It's not the stealthiest removal of a hand. It's sort of turn your back
Oh, Trax, sorry.
loud crunch noise. A few people sort of look in that direction. I'm assuming you're holding the hand, it's detached, but you're
Holding it on, just
because also casting the spell is you're muttering words to yourself and things like that.
Yeah.
There's definitely maybe some notice, but nobody's reacting in a bad way.
It's all so dark in here, I just lose my sense of balance sometimes, Dark vision.
I'm just having a pleasant conversation with this guy. I'm
Yeah,
not
you're in
picking
a
up
tent.
on
Yeah,
anything that
so
guy-
this is he's come back.
He's in a pod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Rowan, if you want to go down the mines, that's fine. Just let us know if you want any help.
I will.
So you came back into the tent where Kuro is, right? Because
Yeah.
you were having that conversation with him. So Kuro would be what's all this? What are you talking about? What do you mean you're going to go down into the mines? Jason, what's this about? And she's like, listen, brother, I will talk to you about it later, but I think that, our good friends here have brought some information to our, awareness, and I think that there's a real concern. This explosive, I know it was your idea and it's been very good, but it sounds like that there might be a problem there. And I just think we should go down and explore it. He's like, what problem are you talking about? It's fine. We haven't had any problem. There's not been, the Earth's getting mad? What does that even mean? What is it going to do? Be more earthy? We're doing Saints and Scions good honest work here. What's the problem?
Yeah, it certainly doesn't hurt to check. There might be some creatures down there, you never know. I mean, this
We've
place...
not had any creatures. We've not seen anything down there, but...
Well, the Reclaimers were looking for something.
Oh, sure. I mean, maybe... All right, fine. You know, whatever. Jason, this is your business. Go, you deal with it. But
It'll be in your interest, we can assure you.
All right. Fine. Sure. Are you good? What about the rest of you? While he goes down and does this, what are you guys going to do? You want?
Yeah, I mean, we wouldn't hurt to go speak to Nathaniel.
Sure.
Figure out more about the Reclaimers and... Well, it depends. Who's going with you, Rowan? Is it just you? Cool.
I'll be all right.
Great.
Do you want someone to go with you though?
Always.
Well, why don't we just?
Well, now's the time to voice it.
Why don't we just
Hello.
go?
Who...
In
Going-
their heads, Gruff, Rowan, and Xanthias will hear. We should all probably just go, right? We shouldn't let him go into the caves on his own
Wait, why?
Hello.
because something may happen to him.
Oh, come on. It's safe minds. There's people down there already.
It's
workers.
a mine. They're blowing stuff up.
Yeah. They're not
I'll
gonna-
be all right. I know how to navigate mines.
Last time we were in a mine, a lot of stuff happened.
That's true. Just don't do that again.
There's a lot of workers here, though. We're not going into a mine already riddled with bellamorphs.
You don't know that.
Yet.
Maybe the workers are bellamorphs. Whoa.
In which case, we're in the right place to help
Sure.
before it gets out of hand.
I just think we should maybe all go.
You can go down with them if you want. Into the caves.
Don't worry, I've got my hat.
Yeah. All right, Daisy, you head down. Oh, I see. Oh, so one of us should go.
No, we should all go.
It's okay. Jason will go.
You're saying that out loud.
Yes.
So you have a conversation in your head, and then Rowan just goes, "It's okay." Jason will go, "Okay." Like they kind of look a bit surprised and confused. Jason is definitely looking at Ophelia's hand, like, is that hand connected? Like she's like, what is that? But like when you say that, it kind of snaps her back, and she's just like, well, yeah, no, we can go now. Yeah, absolutely, I can take you down there now if you want to go. Sure. Okay.
Great. Okay, let's go speak to Nathaniel then.
All right, sure. You begin making your way down. Jason takes you into the mines and begins winding your way down. They've not like dug super deep or anything, but they've got enough to the point where they've created like a vertical shaft, and they've got like a wooden staircase, like a scaffolding that goes down. They're in the process of building what looks to be like an elevator, kind of like a pulley elevator system to bring stuff up and down. And she starts leading you down. As you go, she starts, giving a few orders to people here and there, like, hey, no, stop that. Take that back up to my brother. We're gonna cease operations for today. We're checking something out. We've got a specialist in. He's going to examine. There might be some dangers here. I want you and the teams to get out, spread the word, like clear the mine, basically. Just for now, for a few hours. It should be fine. There's a couple of people who are like, oh, well, whatever you say, boss. And then they start getting everyone together. They begin making their way upstairs. Until eventually you're brought sort of like deep down into the bottom layer, where their fresh digging is happening. And it's rough. It's all rough hewn rock, like caverns. And you do notice that at like points, there's dripping water coming from somewhere. Like there's clearly water somewhere around here, and there's condensation and like drips of it and stagnant little pools and things like that building up, water erosion. And there's just that innate sense. I know you're not using your harmonious recall, but there is that strong sense of a familiarity where you sense that corruption sort of flowing through the land. It's almost like as you've gotten deeper and closer to the source, like you brush your hand up against a part of the wall, and it's almost like you can feel it moving somewhere past that wall, like flowing. Like it's flowing alongside this mine and out. And that connection, that sense becomes a stronger understanding of like, it is corruption moving like, flowing like tributaries of a river, kind of spreading out. And as you get down, it gets dark. You've got your light on, scanning around.
What do you think, by the way?
I think
my
that's
own invention.
Oh, right, that's real fetching.
I'm just saying, maybe your workers might need something like this.
Yeah, I mean, we have something similar, but not quite like that. And she's on her belt. She has like a smaller lantern, which is sort of attached to the belt, basically.
Oh, that's very lovely too. But look at this. I look somewhere, and it's like the light's where I'm looking. See?
I mean, yeah, there's a real benefit to that. Yeah,
Look at
absolutely,
that.
I can see that. No, you're a very smart. You're a very smart man. Very smart
please.
man. Very blessed. the rest of you go and find this mercenary captain. He's by that barricade wall.
Yeah.
And you begin asking some questions and things like that. So you're kind of separate. You're up there with everyone.
Yeah.
Rowan, when you get down, she's like, so how does this work? Do you close your eyes? Do you meditate? How does this
Yes, so
thing work?
usually it's a meditative form, and I just close myself off to the outside world and then feel the resonances through the ground.
All right, well,
See
that
if
sounds
it
great.
connects with me.
Let's see what works.
Might take about 10 minutes.
Okay, great. That sounds perfect.
Yeah, you just...
I'll just wait. I'll just wait. Yeah.
just wait there. That's fine. Do you want to sit?
Yeah, I'll just take it. And she sits down on a rock nearby.
Cool. Never really had anyone just sit and watch.
Well, I promise I'm not going to be judging.
Okay. I close my eyes. I open one eye quick. Close it again.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to start now.
Okay.
Here we go. Yeah, and I stretch my hands out and place them on the ground.
And you begin to pulse that out. As you use harmonious recall, it generally detects events, significant events that take place. And as you begin to sense those senses out, there isn't really like an event that takes place. But as your magic connects with the stone and the earth around you, you again sense that flow of corruption moving not just through past this mine, but out further into the Ash Hills, back up to the Ashen Citadel. Still ongoing. This place is connected somehow to something here in the Ash Hills.
Can I only sense a flow of energy?
You don't know what it is. It feels like blood in the veins. It feels like water in a river. It feels like air currents through a canyon.
Does it feel like it's
It feels like movement.
Yeah, is that movement, I guess I can't tell whether it's passing through solid rock or if it's got a carved path for it.
You can't tell that. That's the only thing. You can't tell that. It could be. It could be that it's carving through like water. It could be that it's like it could be a tunnel that's like magic's flowing through or something. You don't know.
Okay.
But it could be. And you're a little bit closer now. You feel like you can. This is closer to the source. Like it's moving past you out towards the Ashen Citadel, and you're feeling it go past. Like the source is further in to the Ash Hills. Is what you pick up on with regards to the corruption. But in terms of what's happening here, you get these flashes of pain, like this, and it feels like that explosion, like a stab, a punch, something violent and aggressive, tearing the stone apart.
The outside of Rowan would be wincing as if he's being hit, but like in a dream.
Yeah. And it feels, that forceful and violent nature, and the earth here has never felt that before. It's felt the slow wear of erosion, even the chip of a pickaxe. Quick and expansive as it can be, it's not a violence, it's not an aggressive thing like an explosion. And there is the very nature of that corruption is also enhancing the magic of this place. Like the magic is denser here in the Ash Hills, and the rocks have a power here. And there is a sense of the rocks are getting angry. The stone is getting angrier and angrier, and it was building and building and building. And just as you're about to kind of feel that moment, that's when you feel the other presence. Not earth, not corruption, not old, something now. Something powerful, something dark and old, like an eye watching this space, hungering greedily for the riches buried here, a power, a rather cowardly but terrible power that lurks in the dark between the stone. And you know that something or someone has been appeasing it to keep it away. And that's when I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Calm.
We have one fate left.
You have the golden water
+1.
+1.
So +3.
Fate.
With fate?
Fate as well.
Yeah.
With fate. The last fate. Oh, no.
Oh, yeah?
8 total. I rolled a 3 and a 2.
You feel something thrust against your mouth.
Yep.
And as you open your eyes, there is a hand holding like a cloth, like a handkerchief over your mouth, and you feel your body paralyze. And you are paralyzed and sort of moving from in front of you. You see Jaesoon, but her mouth has split open like an insectoid mouth, and she leans down. The great Belaine will greatly appreciate this sacrifice, and your power will be so useful. As she is going to hold her hand out into the air as you watch as a dagger made of some sort of twisting energy, like a warlock's pact weapon, summons into the air, and that's where we're going to end today's episode.
Holy shit!
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, we're never going to split the party ever.
Because I have it. You all knew, but in the terms of story and making a fun game happen,
Exactly.
you went with it.
Oh, yeah.
Which is the best.
Yeah,
So
of course.
cool.
I had a
Well,
little,
obviously the dice were like,
Nope.
we're gonna make Rowan suffer for it, but you know, imagine if he'd
100%,
succeeded.
Yeah.
He can, and he can still mind talk.
Yeah.
So
I had this idea as well that I was gonna turn into a mouse and sneak in his pocket, but then I just couldn't get it out. Like I was just like, I want to do.
always do it, dude. Always.
Is that why you were detaching your hand?
Oh, you did detach your hand, but she
you do
did
with-
see it.
Yeah.
Right.
And you would know that, like, she
Yeah.
100% saw you did
Not
something.
stealthy.
So you didn't
that's
send
what
it in?
would be. I haven't sent it in.
Okay, fine. Fair enough.
If you wanted to retcon it and say that you did send it in still,
Because I kind of fluffed it, so
sure. Okay.
Can I
Well,
retcon on
it
be a
wouldn't have
mouse?
had the same effect.
I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, it's too
because
big.
it would have been a
It's
much,
too
and
big,
also
yeah.
like there would have been rolls involved
Yeah.
and stealth and stuff. But Katie was 100% right. She's got the psychic link on. Daisy did that. Rowan can be like, help,
Yeah.
Bray, help. But it does mean
Safe word.
Pineapple?
Pineapple. That's
pineapple?
a
Is
good
it
one.
yeah.
I think it was pineapple.
Yeah.
does mean
Pineapple or pickle.
Rowan is going to be on his own, and we just don't know what's going to happen.
I believe in you, bud.
yeah.
But yeah, so join us next week.
Yeah.
Find out what happens.
God damn.
1 year.
Yeah.
First character death? No, it won't be the first. It won't be the
We
first.
sailed right past
Yeah, we
that.
sailed
Back to where we begun with old Belmore.
Bellamore. Yeah, Belaine.
Belaine, yeah.
Yeah, the
Belaine.
hungering worm.
I
Yeah.
wondered if it was Belaine.
Yeah.
40 episodes later.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, digging deep into minds and things like that. But whether this is just this particular person or whether this is a conspiracy with a whole group or you don't know. I don't know. You will find out. Is this all a big trap or is this just one person?
Oh, the rods! They would have known about the rod.
Probs.
Yep.
Probs.
Because it was cultists
Yeah.
of the lady who stole it.
Well, they were employed by someone to steal it.
But
With that, we will see you guys next week. Thank you
Yep.
so much.
Yep.
See you next time. Bye-bye.
See you next time.